Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Hold on one moment, I'm just gonna make sure we're all good and live. Give me a second or two. How's everyone's holiday going so far? Holiday break or whatever, for Christmas time? Okay, I think everything's good. So let's go ahead and get started. But yeah, I'm back. Sorry if anybody was upset, while I was taking a bit of a break. I needed some time to myself for a little bit. I wanted to get some time after I finished my Regice shiny hunt, so I just need a little bit of time to cool down and take it easy after going on a long shiny hunt. How's everyone doing today? Let me move this guy in. I think I need to have just enough space where I can hold on to Cub Fu for this. I'm going to be trying to finish my Isle of Armor Pokédex, so if anybody doesn't want to see this, I guess, feel free to skip out. You're not really missing out on anything by not watching this session. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I mean, I'm going to be back to doing some shiny hunting a little bit later. Not my favorite aspect of Pokemon, but still something I do enjoy doing. Okay, we good? My throat's acting up a little bit, so sorry. So, how's everyone doing today? Good, hopefully? My day's been alright. Nothing incredible. Nothing amazing. Just doing whatever. I've been annoyed. I don't know if I've told you guys about this. That's been like a problem. I've been having more cell phone issues like over time. I mean, quite a bit more issues than I was before. I try to use it every now and then, and I've found my phone is dying like earlier than ever. Now it dies at like, I think it's a roughly like 90%. It's bad. It's been bad, and I told you guys about how my phone was having issues. I don't even feel like it's usable anymore. It's just gotten to be like a hassle to even unplug it for a little bit and use it. And on top of that, you think that's the only thing? No, there's actually a problem where if I unplug it and try to use it, well, not only does it die early, but like it doesn't charge very quickly either. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. I'm very frustrated right now, to say the least, about how my situation's gone with that. I took it out. I think I took it out of its charger, and I left it in, and I replugged it later after I was done using it. It took, like, pretty much the whole day, if not longer, for it to get back to full charge. Maybe not even reaching the full charge. So I remember, like, leaving it for 4 or 5 hours or more. The phone's supposed to be able to charge in, like, 2 to 3 hours all the way, but it ended up at, like, 80%. After like 12 hours in the day before it got done charging, if it's even there now, I'm not sure. My phone's actually really messed up, so I don't even know if I can get a good look at like where it is charging-wise. I wish they'd redo how the repels work in this game back to the way it worked before. I don't like how if you use them, they don't really help you too much. Like that Sharpedo chasing me, if I repel, I'm pretty sure it won't disappear. I'd rather not have to think about... Am I going the wrong direction? I thought I was going the right direction. Okay, fuck it. We'll go over here first and try to make our way over there. I was going to go around, but I'm not sure if I'm actually taking the right direction at all. But yeah, I just want to get my Isle of Armor Pokédex finished, and then after that we'll go do some more shiny hunting, but not for a long time. I don't think I've got it in me to stream a huge amount today. I don't think I'd mind. I just don't want to do more than like maybe 3 hours tops. I don't feel like I'm energized. I don't know why. I haven't really done much over the past few days besides sleep, try to catch up on my strength, play a few games, so nothing crazy. I don't know. It's crazy to think only 2 days from now will be all the way into the Christmas time and almost the end of the new year. I know I've said that before, but like, it still shocks me. It feels like it's unreal how fast this year has passed by. It just feels like it's been over in the blink of an eye. Alright, so are we kind of close to where we need to go to get to the thing I'm looking for? I think we're near it. I'm not really certain. I haven't been down this part of the game very often. I don't really typically go to the Isle of Armor in-game. I mean, you guys saw when I did the whole legendary birds thing, I only went for getting, like, those 3, and I did that. Like, I only came down here to get Moltres and Now I'm here to get part of this quest done, that's it. I haven't really had, like, a lot of urge to come to this part of the game. I don't know, I'm being honest, I don't really love the Isle of Armor part of the DLC. It's kind of pretty, it looks alright, there's a lot of neat stuff in it, but yeah, I won't lie. I find this particular bit of game to be, I don't know. I'm not really interested in it too much, if you ask me. I don't feel like I love what they did with this. It's not bad. I would have preferred they put some more new Pokemon in it. They gave us Cub Food, Urshifu, and then they gave us like some Slowpoke forms. I know Zarude was technically added like when they did this, but it's only just now like available to everybody. Also, the shinies for each of those Pokemon are less than great from what I've seen from like leaks. Zarude seems to only have like a brown stomach or something. Maybe I misremembered that. I might have not remembered it correctly, but that's what I remember seeing. And on top of that, I think, yeah, like Cubfu and Urshifu only had like a different colored mouth or something. Like they were very low effort shinies and looked kind of bad in my opinion. Is chat working? I can't see a message in the chat at all. Okay, so what I read online, you're supposed to like go and find trainers that were around this area and like look at a vantage point. I don't see any trainer around here. I'm supposed to like find a way to scale up this or something. Or is there another point that I can go up that'll lead me up there? I don't see anything though. I'm confused. Where does the game want me to head right now? Give me a second or two before I continue. Just want to check on a thing in the chat, so I haven't seen any messages. Should be safe. I might have to come back to this area and search for what I need a little bit later then. I see a little thing over there. Is there a way to get up there, maybe, and do that? I think that was just, like, there for scenery. I'm confused. What the hell? Where's the spot I need to locate? I'll look around in this area, and if I don't find it, well, oh, right there, I think I found it finally. I'm gonna say I need to get to the right point so I can do this. A little confusing. The others are like cliff tops. This one doesn't have a cliff top unless you count that thing up there, and you can't get on there as far as I can tell. Hi there, Cray. The view from here, blah blah. Yeah, I'll enjoy the scenery. That base just looks, I don't know, it's okay, but just like barely expressive at all. I guess the jumping's kind of cute. Yeah, okay, cool. Whatever. I don't know, this story for the whole Isle of Armor isn't something I love, honestly. It's not like it's bad, just I like the way they handled it better in Crown Tundra. That's just my personal opinion, but I feel like in Crown Tundra, I like how they give you freedom to handle the stuff like however you want, and then here, it's not bad, but it's like, okay, this is cool, but I'd rather just, like, do things at my own pacing. They'd lock some stuff behind certain events, I think. I don't know if there's any, like, wild spawns that are locked like that in the Crown Tundra, although, I guess to be frank, Crown Tundra has, like, less actual rewards for, like, completing the Pokédex. I remember watching a video from, like, Pokétips when it was, like, first released, and I remember he got it as, like, gold bottle caps, and so, yeah, gold bottle caps, like a crown and something else, I think, or something like that. It wasn't really anything incredible, and I know you got the Mark Charm for getting all the Isle of Armor Pokédex. I don't really love the way this DLC for Isle of Armor is done. I do like the reward better than I do Crown Tundra's, but Crown Tundra's is more neat. I like how they encourage you to go hunt legendaries and stuff in the Crown Tundra. Can't say the same for this, though. Okay, so, let me see. I gotta go on, like, oh wait, I think I went to the wrong part. I think I'm supposed to go through the forest. Unless, let me see. Yeah, I think I made a wrong turn. God damn it, that was my fault for not paying attention. This map is a little bit easy to get confused around. I feel like I don't know, it's weird saying that. I talked about this on another Pokemon stream. I don't know how this whole game, namely, well, I guess it could be any of them, but like, namely the main game and this one too, a little bit, even Crown Tundra to an extent, like, I found myself getting lost going around a really, really small map and finding that I end up lost over small things where I shouldn't be getting lost for some reason. Whereas when I'm playing an open world game like Breath of the Wild or Far Cry or whatever, something like that, usually I can make my way around a gigantic world map and even use like the fast travel systems pretty well, and this game feels a little lacking in those areas, even though it's a smaller map. I don't know. Feels like it's really easy to get lost around the map. I don't know what that says about the game design. Alright, are we in the right area now? I think we should be. Or at least very close to it. Hold on a second. I'm going to do one thing in a moment. I'm going to check on some stuff on YouTube and maybe some other things really quick. How's everyone's day going? Hopefully good. Mine's been rather slow, rather uninteresting. Wanted to get into this relatively quickly so I could get finished with it, obviously. Everyone enjoying their Christmas season so far? Yay, more of this cutscene. I wish you could skip cutscenes in this. I don't really know why they chose to make it where it's, like, impossible to skip them. Frankly, I do genuinely feel like it'd be better if they gave you a skip cutscene button instead of, like, forcing you to watch. There's technically, like, an option, I think, where you look in the settings and it says skip cutscenes. It doesn't seem like it's very useful, though. It seems like it's very, very selective on what it lets you skip, so yeah, I'll be honest, they're gonna put that there and then limit what you can skip. It feels like, okay, you put a skip cutscene button, but it only limits, it limits you to whatever or they feel like letting you skip. I don't understand that at all. I think there was actually like a skip cutscene option that actually let you skip more and Let's Go, and I might be misremembering that, but I don't recall there being that much trouble skipping any cutscenes in that game. In fact, it was relatively easy from what I remember. Meanwhile, in this game, the cutscenes are long and kind of annoying, and you don't want to deal with the fucking dialogue. You end up having to sit there and put up with it anyway and wait through it when you just want to skip and get by. I wish they would have, like, actually gave us the option to cut all the crap out and just go through. I feel like most seasoned players aren't going to be too caring about reading all the dialogue. I don't know, that might just be me, though. Most players seem like enough dialogue and just want to get into the fun parts of, like, catching Pokemon or battling, even shiny hunting sometimes. I guess if you really like the stories, then yeah, it's fine, but some of us don't really care enough, and I don't. Okay, we got one more do, right? And then we're done. Or am I mistaken? Yeah, just one more thing, and then we're finished with this little quest. Kind of a long one. Not that long. I mean, I guess it's pretty short. Compared to the main quest, it's not too bad. Let me see. I have a few things I want to talk about. Otherwise, like, just like some stuff I think I might have brought up on another stream. I'm not sure. You guys, like, what would your, like, I'm not sure what the right word would this be. It'd be your, like, expectations for best Pokemon game, maybe. Like, do you want an open world game, but do you want something really big? I want all Pokemon to come back again, because I feel like that's something they shouldn't have just ditched. I feel like that was a feature that was very much welcome. Having a national dex with every Pokemon was something that made Pokemon feel more special, in my opinion, and I genuinely like that about Pokemon, and seeing it gone, I don't lie, it sucks a little bit. It's certainly something that made the games a little more worth playing. Now I don't know what would be the best. I mean, I've heard a lot of things people want. Pokemon MMO, I've always wondered how that would work out, that actually happened. Like, if a Pokemon MMO would actually be fun to play or not, and I don't know. I've never really put a lot of thought into it. If they did, I'd hope they'd build it carefully and make it a fun experience, but I really have no idea what I would expect out of an MMO. I would hope that if they did an MMO, they would at least stick to all Pokemon for that, because that'd be something where you'd kind of expect, well, if they're done for MMO, surely they could afford to squeeze in, like, multiple areas and, like, put in, like, every Pokemon. I always wondered what that'd be like, MMO with, like, every region from every Pokemon game. Right, okay, last one. That took a little longer than it should have. Are we gonna get new dialogue, or is it gonna be the same as before, actually, I wonder? Okay, good. Looks like we've done all of it, so we can go back to the dojo now. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about this whole campaign for Isle of Armor. You're just fucking riding along, doing, like, some rival battles. I think this might be a little better, maybe, if you go, like, straight out of base game into it, but it's kind of easy and can steamroll right through it if you've already played and got your Pokemon up at a high level. It's, like, not very challenging to do the rival battles or any of that. Just come through here, do a few tasks, get the Cub food and raise it, and then it seems like that's, like, most of the DLC. I guess there's also collecting some new Pokemon that you don't already have in your decks. That's really all this feels like, though. It just feels like it's fluff. I don't really love it, honestly. Yeah, give me a second or two. I'm gonna look at one thing really quickly. Also, I got a Zarude code. I'm gonna get my hands on my... Whoops, I hit the wrong thing entirely. Hold on a second. I mean to open up a tab for my stream or something to check on one thing here. Okay, cool. I got my live stream like I was wanting to for a link for anybody who wants to watch. Just give me a second or two. Okay. There we go. I'm going to link this a little bit after I've got that. We should be good now. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get to do the towers finally after all this time I sat here wasting and waiting around to do this. Remember, I played this a little bit. It's not bad, but yeah, this Isle of Armor story feels like it's fluffed up a lot without really much content to it. I don't know. It's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. Go to spot. What are we doing here? Oh. Never mind. I thought it was going to be like an unexpected battle that I didn't know was here. I mean, and about the 2 towers. I was like one of the first things that was mentioned in like directs about this. Give me a second. I don't know, maybe I'm getting tired of playing Pokemon. The other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, I talked about it, like, MMO Pokemon. That'd be interesting to see. I don't really think I want that necessarily, but like, people talk about an open world game like Breath of the Wild. I'd be interested to see what they could do with that. I don't know if they would, ever want to, but I feel like a Pokemon MMO where your goal is to just go through and play and catch as many Pokemon as you want would be neat, though. I do like the idea of like a giant Pokemon world where you're going through and the idea is that you're meant to sit down and like collect every Pokemon that you bump into or collect as many as you want and have like a huge selection. It'd be neat to see one with the size of the Breath of the Wild map. I don't think there's much chance that Game Freak's ever going to do that. Oh, fuck. Why did I think this thing wouldn't use an attack that would kill Raboot in one shot? That was my fault. Can I run? Okay, that's good enough. I don't really care. I'm gonna waste, like, a revive. I mean, I've got plenty of them, so it's fine. Let me see. Where are they at? Yeah, that's, like, way more than I need. There we go. But yeah, I'd love to see that. That'd be kind of neat. I don't know if I would want that or not, but that'd be really cool. I mean, the other thing I've heard of is like people wanting revamped battles for Pokemon. I'd be curious to see exactly what all could happen with like a new battle system. I mean, Pokken is pretty neat. It feels like it had a different take, although that was meant to be a fighting game, so it's like, yeah, naturally it'd be a little different. But yeah, it would be cool to see like a new battle system, see what they came up with. I don't know. Either way, I'm not like gonna keep buying Pokemon games out of the interest. I might get them. I don't know. I guess I'll do this one. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I don't really care which one of these I get out of water fighting, to be honest. We're just going to take the first one I bump into, and I think this is a good enough fit for what I'm doing. Yeah, let's save and go inside. Okay, I have to sit here and take all my Pokemon off my team. That's fine. Make sure I've got just Cubfu. I'm surprised they don't just, like, automatically prompt you to just, like, take your Pokemon off, and then from there you just enter without actually worrying about that, but okay. Get this set up. There we go. Alright, can we enter now? We're good? I guess I'll save my game to be safe. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a challenge quite like this. Reminds me of, like, these... Yeah, I'm gonna do Path of Water, I think. It doesn't matter too much. I'll get Path of Darkness or whatever on my other save if I really want to. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of those Pokemon challenge videos where you do, like, say, like, a challenge where you do, like, Nuzlocke, or you do something where you're trying to get, like, through the single game, or should I say, a whole game with, like, one Pokemon. Those are pretty neat. I've actually done something kind of similar to that back when I was younger. Not completely the same, but I did, like, something where it was very... Oh, wow, okay, I need to move it up even higher in level than what it's at right now. It's, like, way too weak. Okay, I didn't realize it'd be level 65. No wonder I'm under-prepped for this. Should I just reset or what? I don't know. Is there going to be a fast travel? I mean, I don't care if I have to worry as long as I don't have to do too much. Okay, let me see. That's like a huge level gap in what you get it at and what you enter for your first opponent. That's ridiculously high. Okay. I guess they expect you to have either level candy or to grind, which is not something I'm a fan of. Let's see. Experience candy, XL experience. Let's do 10 of these, see if it bumps its level up very high. Not bad. Aerial Ace. Okay, let's see. Sure, over Leer, fuck that. We'll take Aerial Ace. Get some variety in my moveset, maybe. Scary Face. Nah, fuck that. I'm not gonna worry about those kind of moves right now. Headbutt. No thanks. Brick Break. Yes, that's good. That's way better than Rock Smash. Wish I could find a way to speed through this. Not like it's that big of a deal, but still. This is gonna be a tough one to decide. I think is this 2 turns you can use it, or is it 1? I know Protect definitely can give you up to 2. I guess I'll take it just in case. It's a pretty decent move. No, no bulk up. Iron Head. Sure, why the hell not? Over Endure. It's not a bad moveset to start off with. Might find myself wanting to erase more stuff. 20. There we go. By the way, anybody watched anything interesting in terms of, like, shows recently? I've been, like, keeping up with some new stuff just out of, like, interest to find anything good. You know, I'll do Close Combat just because the fact I feel like Close Combat's good, and also on top of that, like, I'm going with the Pokemon Sense first phase, so maybe having Close Combat over having Brick Break would be a good idea. Now that I've got it to this level and, like, got Close Combat, that'll probably be a little more handy, though. There we go. Let's try this again. This should be a much better, much easier attempt. Yeah, I want to talk about different shows in a second, some stuff I've watched, maybe some other things, too. Anyway, we'll talk about what I was talking about earlier. You guys watch, like, Pokemon videos very often. I don't keep up with them, like, too much. Just curious. I like to watch, like, stuff every now and then. I like seeing people's, like, challenges they do or whatever. Those kind of things are pretty fun to check out. Those are the kind of videos that I find to be really neat. God damn. It's already a strong fighting attack, but a fucking critical hit on the first blow? That's really, really good, actually. wonder, is this gonna be like one in Pokemon per opponent for the most part? I guess we'll find out in a second. By the way, I found out something kind of neat while I was like watching on like a thing before. It was in regard to like these two towers. We can mention it in a second. I don't care about the dialogue here. I just want to get into the battle and fight. I'm not really going to be focused on the story. I just want to talk because I don't really care. I mean, if I was focused on a main playthrough of this, maybe I would read a little more and actually pay attention. But right now, this is not my focus to be sitting here and trying to read up on all the dialogue of the game. So, yeah, I'm not really going to put a lot of heavy emphasis on what I'm reading right now. Which I found out something kind of neat about the like DLC here, namely for this particular part, like the Isle of Armor stuff. It was basically about how like you trade away your Cubfu or lose it for any reason, and basically if you get rid of it, the game actually will like let you attempt to challenge your normal party and face it. It actually has like a failsafe in case you lose Cubfu. I thought that was really, really neat. I think the game has like some special dialogue for it too. I'm surprised they don't like find some way to give you another Cubfu or do something to like make up for losing it. But hey, I mean, I guess if they have a solution, they have a solution. Maybe it's not the best solution, but it's a pretty good one. If I get fucking crit by this, I'm gonna be very annoyed. So I'm trying my best to save up the limited PP of close combat. I know for a fact that at the end you're supposed to fight like Master Mustard, so trying not to waste everything seems like a possible decent idea. So yeah, maybe not throwing away all my fighting type moves at once seems like a good idea. I don't know. Just my opinion on that. I need some Hyper Potion right now, I think. Is this all the challenges? Like, I'm not surprised, but if it's just like one opponent at a time and like you're barely fighting through like too much, then this is kind of a little on the easy side, to the point where it's like not even that much of a challenge. I don't know. Feels like I'm not really being pushed any to do very well, and I'm not really upset about it. I just find it really, really weird that it's like so simple. Hey Wayne, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Bad news? Oh, that sounds like that sucks. What's up? Glad you could make it though. I do remember something I saw recently though, so if that's what I think it is, then yeah, I have an idea what you might be posting. I have a feeling it's probably regarding that whole, what was it, the stimulus check thing? I read up on that a little bit. Oh, you're talking about something else, actually. Laugh flashed for your eyes? What happened? Like, it sounds like that sucks pretty bad. I thought you were talking about the whole thing I read online earlier. I read something about how the stimulus checks, they tried to pass some law regarding, like, I think it's some, like, illegal streaming or something. I don't remember the details, but I think it had something to do with, like, the DMCA stuff that's being put in place regarding, like, music, and that's something that's been bothering me, is how much, like, industries like the music industry lately are trying to really control, like, how streams go now. Like, it's pretty embarrassing how the music industry is willing to fucking try to claim any stream and, like, take it down if it uses music. It's like in a game that a band don't. It's like, why is this suddenly a problem? Like, before we didn't have any of this issue. Now all of a sudden, like, copyright holders are getting fucking butthurt that people are playing music in video games that they don't even necessarily have, like, awareness is gonna be there. It's like, what? Why is this a thing? And also, I remember hearing something about a law getting passed, like, where they were considering, like, taking legal action on people who like, played DMCA music on their streams. It's like, this is fucking completely insane how out of hand it's gotten. Oh boy, I need to use close combat. I don't know if I can kill this thing otherwise. Hold on a second, let me see. Got hit by a car on foot. Injured in 3 spots. Hands, knee, and your arm. Drove off and didn't help you. Play games. Oh my god, that's awful. I hope that you at least got, like, a help with, like, getting like a phone call for the like the hospital. But if been sitting there for like 5 minutes. That's actually really messed up. That's one thing you gotta hate about like our society sometimes. Get people who are really, really shitty, don't care about anybody other than themselves, and then when they end up doing something like this, they end up ignoring what they're doing and don't take any responsibility, or people just like ignore you because of herd mentality, and because nobody else is helping out, they decide they're going to just ignore you and pretend like they didn't see anything. It's absolutely fucking awful. That sucks. That's really bad. You had no phone either? Oh, I think I read that still, like, oh my god, that's terrible. I feel like I'd be probably fucking screaming in pain if I even could at that kind of point. That makes me worried about, like, how I don't have a cell phone right now, considering that I don't have one because I have my whole broken battery issue, so I can't use one. I'd like to, but until something is fucking worked out and I have everything fixed up, then yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go out and rely on a cell phone. I don't have any fucking way to use it right now. I'm just stuck here. It is absolutely lame, too, and if I got into a scenario like that where I ended up in a car crash or something like that happened to me, yeah, I'd want to have a phone. That's really fucked up, though, that nobody would help you. Hope I never have to deal with anything like that. I really, really do. Am I going to get killed? Oh god, that's a lot of damage. That is significantly more than mine does. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to hang in here with heals. I didn't expect I'd be in for like a fucking level got by 8 levels. Jeez, my nose. Oh! God! Can't help sneezing right now. Ugh. Is this what this is going to turn into? Where I have to fucking sit here and heal because I didn't prepare for this kind of shit and all I can do is fucking wait until I get a fucking gap to hit him? But yeah, I don't think I've had to deal with anything like that. At least not yet. Ugh. That is scary, though. I'm lucky to be one of the kind of people who, like, even though I've had points where I think I've been hurt, I've never really had a point where I've been seriously injured. I don't think I've ever had, like, any broken bones in my body or anything before, so never really had to deal with too much problem like that. I'm extremely grateful for that, though. It really is something that's not something everybody can say something's happened to them. Ugh. Oh, if I ever have to experience that, though, I'm sure it'll be bad. Anyway, hope things get better for you, dude. Sucks. You're going... Let's see. I said you have to eat a big Christmas dinner. That's good. I mean, there's that. That sounds like that's a pretty decent upside, even if it isn't the best. Like, that's not a bad... Oh, great. Okay. I suppose I'm gonna have to do some more leveling with experience candy. Or did I save my game? Fuck it. I'm gonna, like, reset it just because I think I might have saved in the tower. And if I can save myself the trouble of not going through all that shit again, there's no point in fucking redoing all the trainer battles up until that point. Might as well prevent myself from having to waste time. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I guess I haven't got to do anything for Christmas yet. I mean, I'm going to be going down to my parents' on the 25th. Oh, okay, guess we're going back outside. I thought I would at least get the opportunity to make certain that I could stay inside and use my save, or maybe I forgot to save, whatever. But yeah, I'm not going down there until the 25th to open up presents. I'm planning to get down there, and hopefully I'll get a little bit of money for a cell phone. I'm going to have to call my provider and ask them if they can hold on to my phone for a little longer. They're supposed to be holding on to it until January, but I don't know if they're going to or not. Did I seriously forget to save after I used the candy? Like, it was that bad? Wait a second. Hold on, what? Am I in the wrong category? Did my game fucking glitch? Give me a second. I'm confused. This was not how this was before. I had this set up and Oops, I think it's my name. But yeah, I had like a whole bunch of candy here. And okay, I was gonna say, why can't I find anything right now? It's not normal if my stuff is suddenly just vanished on me in game. I was about ready to fucking scream at this game. It actually stopped me from using my supplies I'd saved up. Thank God. Let me see. PS5 looks like the package is lost. PS5 or FedEx. Or to find. That sucks. It's not great to have to deal with this kind of crap when it's Christmas season. I can sympathize having to deal with that BS, like... excuse me. Like I was saying, though, yeah, people are awful. Fucking supposed to be Christmas time. And I hear about people, like, stealing shit, even though this has been for a while, like, stealing packages off of, like, people's doorsteps over the last few years, and it's like, really? People are fucking resorting to just stealing your shit in broad daylight and not even caring that it will obviously find out it's stolen? Like, I don't understand why people are so terrible and, like, gigantic scumbags all the time. It's like, what are you really gaining from just robbing somebody's package? Just the hope that they're not going to find out and they're not going to report you? It might seem like it's low risk, but it's also really fucking stupid to do something like that. Those kind of people piss me off. I remember, like, reading up on Reddit about, like, somebody who'd, like, ordered, like, milk or whatever, and they were, like, checking their door to, like, see if it had arrived, and somebody had stolen it off their doorstop, like, and this is during coronavirus, not just, like, after or anything. That shows you how bad people can be. It's one thing to steal and fucking rob shit in normal everyday society, which is already pretty fucked, and just, like, take stuff from people. But it's another thing to fucking take people's crap while there's a pandemic going, and then basically harm them when everybody's at their most vulnerable and stuck trying to deal with the virus. It's like, if you're really that big of a scumbag that you'd steal from somebody who's struggling during COVID, then you're probably, like, one of the worst people on the planet. Like, there's no excuse for robbing somebody right now. Don't care how poor you are. It's like, everybody's at the same point where we're all fucking stuck suffering right now, and it's partially why we're getting another stimulus this check right now. I think that's coming out in January. Let me see. Leave in a little while. New software update. 30 minutes. That sucks. I mean, I can understand, though. That's something that's annoying about technology. Yeah, people can be really, really shitty. Reminds me of, like, some stories I've heard. This was, like, both of, like, Amiibo and also later I remember hearing about this regarding, like, PS5s. Like, people came and fucking robbed, like, an entire truck of, like, Amiibo back when they were being scalped pretty heavily and ran off with it to, like, resell them on eBay. Then the same thing happened again with PlayStation 5. It's like, I can't even understand the logic behind a decision like that. Like, why would you go at gunpoint and rob a fucking truck full of PlayStation 5? I could maybe understand if you had, like, found something, but I think these people don't seem to realize, if you fucking rob a truck like that, especially with a gun, there's a good chance somebody's going to find out, like, what you did and track it down. It's probably not just going to be ignored and just, like, let off with a pat on the back. There's a good chance if you do something that stupid, you're going to get fucking jail time. So it's like, yeah, you're probably not very smart if you're robbing a truck to fucking resell shit. Is it really worth fucking selling shit if you're going to fucking go to jail for it? It's like, yeah, make a bit of money before you end up getting tossed in a jail cell. It's like, that is, like, really stupid, honestly. Might just be me, but I cannot see any actual good reasoning or logic behind any of that. It just seems really goddamn dumb no matter how I think about it. Let's see, how's our HP? Do I need to heal right now, or are we good? I think a super potion, maybe a potion might not hurt, because I don't want to waste my hyper potion yet. Hold on a second. I see your message. I just need to have a second before I can check what it says. I think I already know what it is. Do I even have a potion, actually? Oh, I don't carry them anymore because I guess they don't heal enough. Alright, we'll do the lemonade then. Why not? Let me see. I'll be here any second. No matter what, starts automatically without warning. Yeah, I hate when, like, newer operating systems or new just, like, updates and, like, new hardware do this crap without, like, actually asking you first. They just restart, and then once that happens, it's pretty much, yep, you're restarting your system, you're going to have an update installed whether or not you want to. No actual permission from the person. It doesn't give a shit whether or not you want it to. I don't like that about devices nowadays. It's genuinely really goddamn annoying. Doesn't happen too often, but I've definitely had that happen with, like, I think Windows 10. I've had updates that just sneak up on me and decide they're going to update without asking me first. It's like, why? Why have we suddenly gotten to a point where developers are cool just saying, like, no, you don't need to have your permission. Whether or not you want this to happen doesn't matter, it's happening. It's like, I'd still like to not have something I'm in the middle of get cut off, you know? That'd be cool, not having to worry about, oh, hey, you're playing a game or you're in the middle of, like, doing something. Maybe you're using a program and you're working on something, and then all of a sudden your computer starts restarting on you. Yeah, that's really great. Thanks for fucking completely ruining my progress without even asking me first whether or not it was okay if you did that. That's lovely. Ugh. Not really a big deal, but yeah, dealt with that plenty. I understand if you end up going offline because of your system updating, man. That's something I think I've dealt with on some stuff before. Never fun. I think I've got my Windows 10 set up now where it doesn't bother me like that. Now it'll actually be like, ask me first, and I can tell it I don't want to restart and schedule a time before it'll restart so I can actually get everything done that I want. It's much better to have that happen rather than be surprised by a sudden update. Ugh. Speaking of updates, I was checking this and, like, apparently there was an update to this game recently, and I don't know what it did. I couldn't find patch notes anywhere. All I can see when I look online is, like, some mention of some bug fixes, and that apparently they may have, like, added a few new Pokemon into the like, overworld that you can get so that you can have, like, some of the DLC Pokemon in the main game without actually owning it. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why they're, like, putting patch notes and then not telling us what the hell they do. I've never really liked that about Nintendo, and I mean, I don't think it's only a Nintendo problem, but it's like, why is Nintendo especially one of the companies that'll put it out, like, updates, and then people want to know the patch notes? They're like, oh no, we can't tell you what we did for the patch, sorry. You're just going to have to find out later. It's like, why? Why can't you just tell us what you changed in the game? Why do you have to keep it a secret? I mean, we're going to find out eventually whether or not you tell us, so just fucking give us patch notes rather than making us look for it ourselves. You guys remember the first Smash update? Like, I remember when they added Joker, I think they didn't actually put, like, any proper patch notes. Maybe it wasn't Joker, but they definitely had, like, an update where they didn't give us any patch notes, and people had to, like, find out what the changes were all on their own before, or, like, eventually they put them up later, and then they started putting patch notes up on, like, every subsequent update. Oh yeah! Didn't we just get the Sephiroth update? Like, I know they technically added him a little bit early, but, like, I think yesterday is, like, the actual official launch the character got put in the game. Anybody know what all the balance patches are for, like, characters right now? Like, what all's been changed? I'm assuming it's nothing great. I haven't tried to update my Smash yet, but I'm pretty sure it was on the 22nd or whatever. I'll have to check what that says later. Can we just get to the evolution already? I don't care about, like, reading this dialogue game. It's gonna waste my time. Ooh, yikes. 10 minutes? I mean, at least you got some time first before you do this. Wait, what do I do again? Scroll of Waters. Oh, up here. Okay. Also, the follow animations in this game are a fucking joke. Pokemon are so slow. they stay behind you, and that they like have weird gaps the way they move. Just like everything about the walking looks so unnatural in this game. It doesn't feel very good. Should I cover the scroll of waters? Yeah, I'd get it evolved. What I came here for, after all. Okay, I mean, I'm glad you're here for the next 10 minutes at the very least. Let's see if I can find the updates. I'm curious if there's like a mention of like Sephiroth changes. See what they added in Smash to change the balance. Does anybody know what the next update is? 10.1 or 10.1 patch notes. Let's see. Oh, found it on like the Smash site. Let me see what this says, see if there's anything cool here. Right now I'm just seeing like some general attacks to like side smash and like up smash, nair fair, that stuff. I don't see anything like too amazing yet. I don't see anything crazy here looking at it. Look, I'm checking. Just like a few general buffs. Okay, nothing crazy. I thought maybe they would work on like changing some of the actual like fighters themselves a little more. Maybe buff some people who were in need of buffing or nerf a few new characters. I still wish they would do something about it, like Ness. I feel like Ness's PK... Yeah, PK Fire is kind of broken. I do not like PK Fire. If I've made my opinion clear on it, I find PK Fire to be one of the more annoying attacks in the game, and I wish they would actually make it so PK Fire was like a little easier to dodge and a little easier to escape from, because it currently stands annoying. I do not give a single shit about any of this stuff. Can we just stop the dialogue about Rishifu already? I just want to go get the Pokemon that I'm missing for my decks mostly now. This is like so much fluff in this little campaign to keep you going and reading it. Also, I'm going to be honest, like, I don't know if you guys agree with me, I don't feel like there's been a majorly interesting Pokemon story in a long time. The last one that actually caught my attention that I really liked was Gen 5. I can't think Pokemon's really ever been too good at, like, storytelling. Literally, just Gen 5 is all I remember for good storytelling. Maybe Gen 1 and 2 were kind of alright, and I enjoyed the Gen 3 story a little bit. But yeah, I never really found the stories to be very good. That's probably because they always fucking repeat the same goddamn story every single game. They barely change like a few things other than, oh, hey, there's new legendaries, and yeah, there's a new bad guy, and that's pretty much it. It's always the same shit of, go fight the Elite Four and beat all 8 gym leaders. It's always the same exact regurgitated bullshit every goddamn game. Also like how they didn't let you go like straight to the Elite Four. They made you go to like in at the very end of the game instead. That was a really good change. I haven't played through Black and White 2 actually. Not the place for this. I'm not going to say any more than that. Besides that, I'm not going to be authorizing a giveaway on my stream without permission, so no. Stop. I don't know what you're doing. If you're going to do a giveaway on anybody's stream, I think the most polite thing is to fucking ask first. And also, I can see the name very clearly says bitch in it. So, I mean, doesn't seem like they care very much they got banned. Don't know what the hell is up with that guy, though. That was a really weird message. I really have to pay attention to Hop's fucking dialogue. I just want to see if I can spawn Scissor now so I can finish most of my Pokédex. For the kitty story. Interesting, it's dual. Yeah, I don't blame you. Pokemon storytelling is very, very lame, in my opinion. I could certainly do better with it. Store Pokemon. Isn't me Pokemon will buy it? Yeah, I don't really blame you. I mean, I feel like at this point, people are willing to buy whatever Game Freak vomits out, even if it's not great. Probably not even care if there's a new region, just buy anyway and not focus on anything as long as it fits what they want. Gonna check something. Okay, good. I was gonna say, glad that dude didn't fucking try to dislike the streams. I know there's a lot of people who get salty when they get banned for doing stupid shit, and it's like, it's not really anybody's fault other than your own that you came to a stream and spammed the stream. Like, don't blame me for kicking you out of the stream. If I do see a dislike, I'm going to turn my timeout into a full-on ban, because that's actually really goddamn immature, though, to actually get angry that a streamer stops you from spamming. Where was I supposed to go again? I think it's the lowlands. Let me see. Where is that on the map again? Also, what's this icon? I'm not sure if I've been over here. Maybe I'll check that later. Brawlers K. Oh, wait. I think I saw it somewhere. Training lowlands. Yeah. If I go over here, I think well, wait a second. Yeah, I need to go through the forest. That's right. Now I remember. Hopefully one day we'll get another Pokemon game that has an actual good story, actually. I do feel like Pokemon has potential to have, like, good storytelling. So, I mean, I'd like to see them go for something cool. Let me see here. I need to check my list for my Pokédex. Give me a second, guys. Otherwise, I would actually... I just have a list that makes it easier to see what I'm missing. Is somebody fucking with the like bar? Just, like, stop. Just get out of the stream if you're gonna fucking sit here and start liking and disliking and, like, move and taking your likes off of the bar. Like, stop toying around with the streamer, like, seriously. You're not being cool by trying to, like, get a reaction out of the stream, like, seriously. I don't know why people do this crap. It's like, you're not helping anybody, and you're kind of being a jerk to, like, get angry at a streamer over nothing. I can tell it's probably the same guy I banned because I saw the light go off and then on. It's like, stop. You're not doing anything mature. You're not being cool. You're making yourself look like a 5-year-old who can't handle people telling you that you need to stop being dumb. It's like, when you're told that you need to stop something, it means stop. All it is to it. Ugh, YouTube chat, I don't know what to say. Like, sometimes it can be really good, at other times it can be absolutely awful putting up with YouTube chat. Usually it's not that bad. I don't deal with too many people here who have problems, but sometimes... I guess that's a problem with any, like, live streaming, is you have to put up with that sometimes. Yeah, I'm not surprised that's how this is being handled. It's like, really? You can go on any stream and try the same crap. I'd probably imagine you get the same reaction, but yeah, all you have had to have done is at least ask first before posting that in the chat room, and that didn't happen. Okay, I think I need to set this to, like, 15th of June or something. Oops, wrong menu. For Scissor just pop up on the overworld, because I don't want to sit here through the trade stuff. It might not be something that'll work out too well. 6, 15, let's try that. I need a sandstorm in game, so if anybody's confused about what I'm doing, there's like a specific date you can set, and it's supposed to spawn like a certain weather condition, and maybe I got the wrong day. This is rain. The other thing is either 6:15 or 6:18. Maybe I try that really quick and see what happens. Maybe I need to do more of the story. So I'd really prefer to get done than either sit through more of this story that's not that interesting. Okay, good. That's the sandstorm. Now we just need to find the spawn. It should be here. Literally every video I look at show... Okay, yeah. Certain spawns are guaranteed in certain weather. And Scissor spawns in a sandstorm, so cool. Update time. That sucks. I mean, hopefully it'll be rather quick, but if you can't get back in the stream fast, I understand, man. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully you can get back in here and keep watching, but if not, it's cool. I'm going to be going for a while, so you'll probably be able to catch it even if you need a little bit of time. I'm planning to go on until, like, 2 to 3 hours, maybe. I don't know. Where are we at stream time right now, actually? Seems like it's close to an hour, not quite there. Come on! You can't just give me the first ball catch. You have to make me go through this crap. I'm not sure if I've got any good moves on this thing to hit it with. see. It's my weakest attack I can use. 3 times in a row. Okay, if it's always a crit, that's a bad move. I think Aerial Ace might do small damage. Let's see. Yeah, one more Aerial Ace will cut it. So anybody been playing anything interesting game-wise, just out of curiosity? I'm trying to think on some stuff I want to talk about in the meantime. I've been talking a lot about Pokemon and some other stuff, just like talking about whatever. I want to change the subject up a little bit. I've not really done very much that's been amazing as far as games. I haven't found anything that's been like anything I really wanted to pick up right now other than Age of Calamity, and due to the fact that because I don't have enough money to get anything right now, like new, I'm basically stuck waiting until I can buy a brand new game, so yeah, not a fun time. I'd like it if I could pick up Age of Calamity and at least play that on my Switch. Maybe No More Heroes would be good as well, though. That's something I've been looking into. Oh, I don't like this. It's spamming Swords Dance. Don't want to die by attack power. Let me see. I'm going to use a potion really quick. I want to play, yeah, like I said, I want to play Age of Calamity. I've been mostly playing Tetris, and I've been doing some Kirby Superstar. I think I'm slightly craving Kirby a little more. Not a new Kirby, though, because I said it when I was playing Star Allies. I have to say it, I think Kirby is like, it's like the general older game formula's gotten a little bit on the stale side. Might just be me. I have not felt like I've been loving what I've played in Star Allies, and I feel like in general, yeah, Kirby could afford to be innovating a little bit a little more, excuse me. Oh, I can't word my stuff correctly now. Oh, of course. Fucking X scissors and then it fucking crits me. This had better not kill me in the next blow. I haven't really played it too much. I'm not really great at it. I would like to see what they do if they did another Kirby Air Ride game. I'd like to see if they could make it interesting. It's like a racing game, I think, right? I haven't played like enough to know like a ton about Air Ride. Seems like a good game, though. I'd like to see what they did with it. Also, the format's pretty neat. Seeing how they messed around with the map, had like a, what's it called? City something. You go around like collecting stuff, and then you like have to do a battle royale or whatever at the end. That was like a neat game concept. I liked that quite a bit. Oh man, I'd like to see more creative Kirby ideas. I think, didn't they do like recently? They did that whole Kirby's Birthday Blowout or whatever it's called on 3DS. They were doing like a bit of a test on how well like Kirby would work in 3D. I've got to say, I do find the idea of a 3D Kirby game to be really great. In general, maybe more 3D games from Nintendo would be kind of neat. Speaking of 3D games, I want to see what happens as we get another. See what would happen if we got another 3D Donkey Kong game. It's been so long since we got Donkey Kong 64, and they've like never attempted another one. I feel like we should definitely have another 3D Donkey Kong game by this point. That'd be something that'd be welcomed, in my opinion. But, whatever. I don't know if we'll ever get to see another one. Okay, finally got a scissor, so we got that. Now we've gotten 208. The only ones I'm missing are Porygon and Porygon 2 and Porygon Z, excuse me. So now that we've done that, let me see. Got one more thing I'm going to do on here before we go to Crown Tundra, I guess. Okay, it's not the right area. Where is it? Mystery Gift. So I got this a little bit while ago, and I didn't claim it yet. Let me get Mystery Gift via code, and we're going to claim Zarude finally. I've not really used it before, so this would be kind of interesting. Okay, give me a second or two, and I'll have this typed up. Gonna take a moment. Imagine if there's somebody who's like, I know there's like some stuff, I don't know if they this, but like, people are like fucking out there like taking codes on certain stuff, they rob it, and they'll like even guess like a bunch of strings of code based on like little things people have seen, like code, called Nintendo, I think back in the day people would like guess certain codes and end up making them useless, or sometimes in retail you'd hear about people who would, like, take the game and open it and then use the code inside of it and, like, steal it. And it's like, if somebody took my code for this, I'd be really pissed off. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's like, I wouldn't be that surprised somebody could fucking find a way to try and snipe your mystery gift before you have a chance to actually use it. That'd be really goddamn lame. Okay, there we go. Got Zarude. Too bad this thing may never be available on Shiny since they don't seem to have an in-game event. And I mean, I guess they could distribute it in game and try to give it out that way, but still, whatever. Let's see. Zarude. Once the vines on Zarude's body tear off, some nutrients in the soil helps plant the forest. See, this helps the plants of the forest grow. Okay, that's neat. Finally got my hands on Zarude after waiting a little while. Right, should be in my party now. Apparently this thing has a really creepy looking run animation. Let me see what it looks like. Try having it follow me for a minute. Finally got the monkey with us. Go back, I want to be monkey! Okay, that is a little creepy. Fucking runs at you like it's fucking trying to catch, like, some prey that it's after. It runs, like, so fast. Goddamn. Okay. I'm gonna go over to the Crown Tundra, and we can start our Regice hunt in just a second. Give me a second or two. That's something I was talking about, and I got sidetracked. I don't remember what it was. We'll go over here, and I'm gonna heal first, yeah. Make sure I get my stuff taken care of. I was hoping one of my viewers that was normally in here would be able to help me out with, like, some stuff on, like, trade evolution Pokemon, but I can wait. Not a big deal. Hang on a second. I'm gonna check on a thing on a Discord server. I thought maybe something was going on. Saw some notification. Don't normally care too much, but like big server that had like an @everyone thing. I think there's anything really important or not. Seems like the answer is no, though. Okay, now that we've done that, let me get my party I'm gonna want out of my box. I wonder if I got a good Pokemon that can learn Thunder Wave, actually. Or at the very least, something that can use Nuzzle. Let's see. I'm gonna use Regice because I feel like if I do, I can sort of use this to compare and check if I've got, like, a shiny. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I mean, I feel like the head-to-head comparison between non-shiny and shiny might be a good idea. Also, I'm keeping this in here just in case. I'm going to use an attack to see if it works out. This looks okay right now. I don't know if I'd want all this to be part of my party. Do I need to change any more of this before we go into battle? Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted right now. I'm just trying to, like, decide on a decent set of Pokemon that I can use before we go into battle. Traded most of my guys over to my other profile. I don't really traded, but like I moved them over to my main profile so that I could get my hands on like a good set of Pokemon over there and have my shiny charm obtained. So most of the ones that I could use are already over there. Let's see. Let's check our Arctozolt and our... Yeah, Arctozolt and also Dracozolt might have electric moves. I don't know what the best Pokemon for using, like, paralyzing move would be. On Dracozolt, at least. It's not ideal. I think I'm just gonna go over to the, like, first area of the game, though, and grab a Yamper, and then level it up to level 100 or whatever, and then from there we'll use that to, like, get Nuzzle and use that against the enemy, so why not? Let me just get over there and we can do that. Right. I think I need to go on route 2 or 1 or whatever. Yeah, this will be good. A little annoying backtracking to get, like, one Pokemon that I need, but whatever. So you guys done anything interesting over Christmas time? Just curious? Anything fun? I mean, some places I know of, like, actually open presents early. I know there's, like, certain countries that do for, like, Christmas Eve. I mean, I guess technically nobody's gotten to it yet, unless maybe some people have, like, family tradition to do it extra early. I've never really met anybody who does, like, an extra early Christmas present opening thing, but, like, I know some places do it on the 24th. I haven't watched any Christmas movies right now. I feel like maybe I should. I'm not really opposed to doing, like, anything for, like, watching Christmas stuff. I'd think I'd be down for that. Also, on top of that, let's see. I think I can do right now. I wanted to do some Christmas games, but things weren't really set up how I was hoping for that, so I haven't got around to it. I would like to, though. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. I was looking into it. I've never really had, like, a solid plan for this, but for a few years now I've wanted to do something like itch.io or whatever, find, like, a few Christmas games and then check them out. I know there's a few, like, really good ones. One of the big ones I know of is, like, Merry Gear Solid or whatever it's called, the thing for Christmas. I hear that one's, like, a pretty good Christmas game, so I'd like to look into that and see how that is. It seems like it'd be a decent time. Also, I ended up with a lot of Master Balls. I think it's because I don't think I ever used my main Master Ball from, like, the campaign, and I got the one from Crown Tundra. And I ended up, like, I've gone on streams getting help from people, like, getting hosts for big legendaries that I was after. Like, for example, like, not legendaries, you getting help with, like, the shiny G-Max form, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And I ended up getting help, and I couldn't catch Pokemon. Some people were, like, willing to give me a Master Ball, and I ended up catching some of the stuff I wanted with those, and I haven't used my main Master Ball yet, or the one I got from the Crown Tundra. Weird to think that I've got, like, 3 that I can use by bringing my other from my, other profile over. I'm gonna check something really quick, don't mind me. I want to check on where my Rusted Sword is. I think I still have it somewhere. I'm just curious. I did trade somebody for that and Zamazenta. Zamazenta seems Zamazenta. I traded Zamazenta for a Zacian, excuse me. When I was having so much trouble, like, remembering what the hell I was saying here. I need to get my Zamazenta from my other profile over here now, though, since I don't have my main one anymore. Wait, what? Did I go on the wrong part? Okay, Rusted Sword. Wondering about that. Right, let's get the candy now. No more wasting time. Anybody watch any good Christmas movies? There's a lot of Christmas movies out there. I like to watch at least one every year. There's usually some fun stuff. There's a lot of good classics, like Home Alone. I know about Home Alone being, like, very popular, so yeah. I've watched Home Alone 2 quite a bit. I think they've made, like, some sequels to it. I don't know how good, like, any of the sequels are. We'll talk about those. Spark? Sure, why not, I guess. I'll do whatever. Tail Whip. And then here, I don't care what else it learns, as long as it's got Nuzzle. No, don't worry about that. We're just going to use that stuff. Charge. There's a lot of moves I have to sit here and go through just to get this done. Come on, let me get through this. Okay, there we go. Just for the sake of not having it die, I guess we'll keep it up a level. See, aren't there any good, like, recent Christmas movies? I know there's been, like, some remakes and some stuff, like they did the Grinch remake, and, like, CG. I'm not sure there's any others that are, like, really big. Can't think of any. Nothing that, like, stands out, at least. Any decent movies that have been around recently regarding Christmas time? Yeah, I don't know of any that I can think of. Trying to, like, think of anything off the top of my head. Christmas with the Crank's another one that I've seen, like, a lot of, actually. I don't talk about Christmas movies that often, but that movie is something we've watched a few times at Christmas, and that's a weird one. My parents don't seem to like anything, like, animated. I've talked to them about this before, and they hate seeing anything animated, and it's like, why? What's the problem with watching an animated movie? don't never watch any Christmas movies with like animated stuff in it usually because of that. Like I watched stuff like back in the day for like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and on top of that I watched like Frosty the Snowman, some stuff like that, but they never watch any of those kind of movies with me. Like I've watched them that often. Those are some old movies. I'm surprised nobody's done any remakes of like those movies. Those are old, and I mean really old. Okay, for testing this, let's start by putting we'll put Bolton in the front, and then from there, we'll Nuzzle, and then I'm going to try doing a Metal Claw and see how the damage looks. If it's too high, I'm not going to bother using it, though. Like a test to see what all I can do with damage. See if it's any good. Also, I need to get my thing up. Give me a second. Setting up a Pokemon counter for this can be fucking annoying. I'm glad I found the like little app that'll help for me. Because this is not something I'm good at. I know some people make like specific scripts for like shiny hunting. I'm not sure I've got the talent for that. I'd like to. That'd be pretty cool, but yeah. Give me a second. This is going to take a second. I got to get my thing set up where it's just right, and then we can set this where we can start. Don't mind, this is going to take a minute or two. I'm looking through everything I need to find where Regice is. Anybody know its dex number? 378 apparently. And then one more quick change to give it a better looking thing to work with. Import. GIF. I hit GIF and it went to JPEG for some reason. Okay, let me see. This was not an easy thing to find. If anybody wants, I can link it though, or it can be in the description. I'll wait until somebody mentions it first, and I can like put where I found all these models at, if anybody wants to know. It was on a YouTube video, you can find it without too much trouble. There we go, that looks much cleaner, much more high definition and easier to see. And see how this looks on my OBS now that I set this up. Yeah, that's good enough. Just making sure I can see it. Now we can properly get started on this. Let me just move this over where I can have it out of my way. I'm going to move it out of the way of the chat too. Alright, I think we're good. I want to check on a thing before we start though. Alright, cool. This shiny is honestly kind of bad in my opinion. Not terrible, but I cannot tell that this is shiny just by looking at it. Like, this color is very, very close to the original Regice color. It doesn't look that different in my opinion. Shiny looks so samey to me. That's definitely not a shiny, I can already tell. It would have had some sort of like sparkle to it if it was actually shiny. Okay, let's do a test run. See if I've got my strat down correctly. Okay, so Nuzzle's like no damage even if it actually hits. It's like, if it crits, it'll be barely anything to worry about. Now the next question is how much does a Metal Claw from Registeel do? Need to have figures for when I'm attacking it and fighting it for real. Okay, Metal Claw. Might be a little bit of a risk to use it. I don't know if that's going to be too bad. I'm going to try another thing really quick. Let's see what happens in damage if I do Metal Claw first. I'm just thinking maybe if I did, then perhaps we could use this so that I get like one Metal Claw, and then from there I can like nuzzle it. I'm thinking if it went in, I don't know how much the damage is for when it strikes and does like a single one. That's what my concern is. If I crit, how much damage is it going to do? Is it going to be enough to like nearly kill it, or is it going to be very, very low? Let's bring my Registeel into my first slot. This is probably the best way to prevent shiny fails, to be honest. Not perfect, it's not going to stop it for certain, but like, knowing your damage figures is absolutely helpful. So, why wouldn't I want to have my hands on some data that shows me what exactly does what? Here's another topic for a little bit. I was going to talk about shows, and I got sidetracked. We'll do that in a little bit. But yeah, I want to talk about like Pokemon stuff and like what kind of stuff I'd want to see out of the games in just a second, actually. So, I want to talk about that. Imagine if we're doing this and we just got hit by Icy Wind and frozen on one of these turns, even though it's extremely unlikely. Okay, that's some pretty low damage. I don't think we have to worry too much about if that crits. I think if it crits, it'd still be fairly low. So, it should be just fine. Just looking at it. Zap Cannon, huh? Interesting. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Just in general procedure, see what we can do here. I think we're okay. The worst case scenario would be like double crits, and that's very, very unlikely. If we end up having a crit even once, I think I would probably swap. I'd be assuming we'd end up in a bad scenario in the first place. Let's go heal, though. I'll put Regice in my front slot. I'm glad that was easy enough to get the stuff I wanted to know out of the way, though. Ugh. So what would you guys want to see in another Pokemon game? One other thing, like, some, like, innovations you would want to see. I feel like another game where we have Shadow Pokemon, like in a mainline title, would be really cool. Especially since it was in Coliseum and XD, it's like, yeah, that'd be great to see another game in that series come back out. That'd be something I'd really enjoy. Even, like, spin-offs, we can talk about that. I'm glad we're getting Pokemon Snap again. I want Pokemon Trading Card Game to come back. Those kind of things, those would be good. I wonder if we'll get another experimental Pokemon game like Hey You Pikachu or Pokemon Channel. Those were neat. I like Pokemon spin-offs more than I do, like, mainline Pokemon games. I think the reasoning is just that Pokemon spin-offs are usually cool and creative. They usually show you stuff you wouldn't see in, like, mainline Pokemon, so yeah, naturally, it's really great to have... Okay, I have the wrong Pokédex, my fault. But yeah, like, I feel like you see cool stuff you wouldn't normally see in a Pokemon game and, like, a spin-off, and that's something I enjoy. I think that's really great. I hope that's something we continue to see, is just, like, new stuff and spin-offs. New concepts that the Pokemon and team wouldn't normally do. Hate that all the spin-offs are, like, far more creative than the main games. It's not like I love Pokemon to begin with, but I mean, it'd be great to see that kind of creativity more often. I think that would be very, very nice, but whatever. Not really a big deal to me either way. We can hope. I feel like Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD, like I mentioned why I want to see those games, those are some really, really fun, really good creative takes on, like, Pokemon, so natural I would want to see those games be continued in some capacity. I think that'd be just really cool. Yeah, I can see looking at that, those are literally the exact same looking. I mean, I don't know if we'll see the shiny today or not. I'm only going to do 100 today, I think. I'm going to do 100 today, maybe 200 tomorrow, and if I come on the 25th, I'm going to do, like, probably just another... Well, I might do 300 tomorrow, actually, because I want to do a short stream if I do stream on December or 25th, because I don't want to stream too much on Christmas. I'd like to stream, though. I don't know if I will, is the thing. I might be better off just taking a break and not bothering. We'll see, though. I haven't made my mind up yet. I know a lot of streamers are taking the day to themselves for Christmas time, and who can blame them? Who wants to really work on Christmas time? Doesn't sound like anything fun. Still feels unreal to know we finally got our hands on that Regidrago, though. For all that shiny hunting. Took us forever. But hey, we got it. It's nice to have it out of the way, though. Hopefully we can get a second one in, like, a much smaller amount of time. I'm not anticipating that's going to be the case, but that'd be really good. Let's see, I'm thinking on anything else, like... wonder if we'll get any other Pokemon spin-off revivals in the near future. Pokemon Ranger was kind of cool, but the control scheme sucked. Same with, like, well... the same, but I hear Poke Park's really good. There's something else I can remember I thought that I liked. This is the puzzle stuff, but it doesn't say like good Pokemon spin-offs. There were quite a few of those back in the day. Detective Pikachu was not something I really loved. Wonder what they're gonna do with the like sequel game and if it's gonna be interesting. Or if they're gonna find a way to make a movie out of that, since the whole Detective Pikachu movie took a different story route than the game did. That game was not very fun, to be honest. It was okay, but it was not super entertaining, and the ending was not great. It was okay, I guess. It wasn't really something I loved playing through, though. Kind of a boring story for a Pokemon game, even. I guess that's just the way making a spin-off is. Sometimes you hit gold, sometimes you end up making a really, really lame game. Pokemon Conquest seems neat. I'd like to try that out at some point. That might be a good stream to try. I hear people talk about Pokemon Conquest being like really good, so it'd be worth checking out to see if it's fun. I'm gonna change something really quick. I need to open up a thing on my computer. Give me a moment, actually. Open up one little thing and I'll be done. Give me a second. Okay, I think we're all good now. Move this back. Check one extra thing I set up. Wait, did I? Oh, I hit the dash button for a thing on Notepad. I was like, did I take an encounter away? Because I didn't intend to. That's why I did that. That's right. I forgot I'd put dash for something. I've been having issues with this counter. I don't know why. Just like a small one. When I use it, I can't save my data for some reason. Not that an installation problem happened or what when I tried to save custom settings for shiny hunts. It doesn't really work out. I usually just keep up with my info on a notepad so I can log all of what's going on, not worry about it too much. So had to do that on here. Keep up with my encounters total so I don't end up losing it and forgetting how many I'm sitting at. Also, oh boy, this is gonna take forever to get this shiny, but I don't mind wasting a little bit of time to do this. Are you really gonna sit here and keep fucking failing to run away? I don't mind too much, but it's it'd be cool if you didn't limit me from running for no good reason game. I'd really appreciate that if you just let me get out of the fight when I want to. Be very, very grateful for that. I mentioned it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I never liked how some RPGs stop you from running away from fights. I always found that to be irritating. They block you off, and it's really hard to get out of a fight, and it's please just let me leave. I don't want to be stuck sitting here in a fight. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to check something on my thing I want to look at really quickly. I won't be long before I get back into, talking. There's something I forgot to mention that I was talking about on my stream, actually. Been doing surprisingly well not needing to use my notepad today. Not that it's a big deal, just I like it when I can get stuff out easier and think of stuff I want to talk about. There's a lot of things I haven't covered that I wanted to bring up. Not that it's a big deal. Here's another question that'll be fun. It kind of leans into another thing. I think I've talked about it before. Just another filler topic for a little bit. How do you guys feel about, how do you guys feel about the event Pokemon? Do you guys like them or hate them? What's your favorite, mythical Pokemon or event Pokemon? Or any, good events that have happened that you find to be pretty neat? I know so I think it was Heart Gold, Soul Silver, they did something kind of neat where you could get, your hands on a not-cheered Pichu or something. That was something I found really cool. I had to have a little Pichu that was very special that had a little personality quirk to it. Unfortunately, I don't think you could transfer it up to any other Pokemon game, which is unfortunate. I do like seeing unique Pokemon, even better when you can move them up in your games and carry something cool with you, but alas, it's not always something that can work out. Like how surfing Pikachu is a thing in some of the Pokemon games. I thought that was always cool. Sucks that it ended up dying in some of the later gens, at least when it came to old stuff, like they'd block off like transfer of certain Pokemon, especially if they had an HM attached to them. I've got to be honest, when it comes to Pokemon, there's some features I really don't love about that stuff, like HMs, TMs. Those are really goddamn annoying. Something I don't find to be really great. I hate dealing with that stuff in Pokemon. Genuinely just something I find to be irritating. HMs and TMs were... ugh. In fact, they brought TMs back in the form of TRs. Why? Nobody I know of who played Pokemon liked having TMs around, having like limited use moves that you could like use and then you have to find again, or you only get one of them in the whole game. The fact they brought them back in the form of TRs is like, no, nobody asked for TRs. Nobody asked for the limited time TM shit to come back. It would have been so much better if Game Freak had just fucked off of that and not bothered to bring back a feature that nobody liked in the first place. The fact they brought back the limited part of like TMs out of like nowhere is something I do not understand. I don't know why they thought that was a good decision for this game. I think in a lot of the decisions behind this game I don't understand, so maybe that's not really that big of a deal. Maybe it's really just something that shouldn't bother me too much, but still, ugh. Oh well, whatever. It's going to be a little annoying. Only because I can't run away as easily as I'd like to. Like, I would like to just get the fuck out of the fight without actually having to sit here and run. On the other hand, I mean, at least I can run relatively easy from the fight. That's one positive of this. Also, yeah, like I was saying, or was I HMs? I talk about TMs. I don't like the way that HMs worked in previous Pokemon games. I think it's a little easier to explain if you're like a long-time player or understand. Like, people will understand it better. The fact that HMs like took up move slots was something I was never fond of in Pokemon. Something that was always lame in older Pokemon games. HMs being required to move throughout the game. Basically took up one of your Pokemon that you were using. Couldn't delete them very easy. You needed a move deleter to get rid of them. They were forced for like overworld stuff that nobody wanted to put up with, which got under my skin really easy, and I found to be really goddamn annoying, frankly. So, yeah, I didn't enjoy it. It made one of your Pokemon useless since you only had those moves, and they weren't usually strong in battle, so they ended up being worthless until you could get them removed at most. Ugh, God, HMs were just a mistake in my opinion. I'm glad they started to, like, get rid of them over, like, what was it, 5th gen, maybe? Maybe it was, I don't think it was in 4th gen, I think in, like, 5th gen or 6th gen, they started to, like, slowly phase out the whole HM thing, and they ended up not being a thing, or, like, not being necessary, and finding other ways to deal with it. Those were, like, one of the more irritating parts of the game. I genuinely enjoy how more Pokemon games do it now. You get, like, easier access to some of the stuff you want, the water bike or the taxi or whatever. Those are better features, having the option to just use those kind of things at any point. Not be fucking locked into waiting on it or have to have it stuck to one of your Pokemon. I don't want one of my team members to be useless, and they always have like 8 of them, so usually you'd have to have like 2 party members that are stuck with all HMs, or you'd have to have like split apart your Pokemon with one that was like an HM slave. Thank God those days are over. I won't miss that in any Pokemon game, I can promise that much. That's something that was just a really, really bad decision in game design, in my opinion. I don't think any other Nintendo games did anything like that. Like, at least not like limiting your abilities too much. I mean, I guess you could maybe argue that not giving you all your, like, items you want to have in, like, Zelda could be kind of similar to that, but I feel like that's not really the same. I feel like that's very, very much a different scenario altogether when you talk about Zelda like that. I don't know. It's my 2 cents. I even find more time with, like, RPGs have, like, over-leveled enemies that you can bump into that stop you from going to new areas. That's a better fucking blockade if you have an enemy you have to deal with instead. At least that feels more natural. Having abilities gated from you can feel irritating. I guess they're trying to stop the progression into the games early, though. Ugh. I think I never really enjoyed seeing that kind of stuff in games where you see something actually, that reminds me, I was talking about, like, complaint in games, small thing, but, like, I've got to say, I never liked invisible walls in games. I always like it when games have, like, something visible and then you can go explore it. It feels great seeing, like, an area in the game. You go to check it out and then you can go actually see it. It's always really, really deflating when you see some area in a game. You go to check it out and then you find there's an invisible wall in place. I mean, I guess it's natural because they don't want the game being too big or anything, but it feels like it's like, really? I get excited to go look at this area, and then I find when I go to reach it that, oh, I can't actually reach it. I got my hopes up for nothing. Turns out I can't actually go and explore the area over here. Turns out it was all part of a jape, and I ended up wasting all my time. That's something I hate dealing with in games. That'd be something that'd be worth, like, talking about for a bit, actually. Like, pet peeves in games, just general complaints. This isn't going too bad. It's going a little slow. We only got to 20 encounters. I mean, I did kind of get into this a little bit later than I was planning. Tomorrow we'll probably be able to do a lot more. I was planning to do, like, some testing with this by, like, later streams. Maybe not the first 2 or 3, since I'm doing Christmas stuff and trying to plan around it, but, like, I want to try seeing, like, whether or not soft resets or doing runaway encounters is quicker. Right now I'm just doing runaway because, fuck it, I'm used to doing this and I might as well just keep going for it, so why not? Here's a fun question. I haven't mentioned this on stream and I haven't done my list or anything. It's the funnest form of shiny hunting in Pokemon. Or just fun things in games you can do, stuff that's similar to this, I guess. I feel like, in my opinion, I like egg hunting for whatever reason quite a bit, and it's not my favorite, I'd say, not in this game at least. In, like, general Pokemon, maybe. But in terms of this game, I think Dynamax Adventures are probably the best, like, actual shiny hunting. I don't know. I just like the idea of being able to go on the Dynamax Adventures and then very quickly, very easily get through them. Maybe there'll be a little bit of struggle, like go through and you get a high shiny chance and you can check all your stuff. You don't know if anything's shiny until the end. Something about that's really exciting and really fun to sit there and go through that and then wait with everybody and see what happens. Wonder if this guy, this Regice, is going to be quicker than my Regidrago, actually. Since, you know, I don't know if it will or not, but I would like it. It'd be nice to have my hands on this thing quick and then get done. So this one's hard to tell about which color is shiny. I don't know if I'm going to recognize it on first, like, glance at it. I was able to when I looked over at Regidrago because the arms are, like, easy enough to tell apart in color. Wasn't exactly a great one. I'm going to check something on the Pokédex in a second. Not really the shiny, but, like... Oh, I don't look at it just because I had the Pokédex open. I was going to look at something on the Regidrago. I remember something that was, like, really neat on the Pokédex entry that I wanted to check out again. That's another topic that's fun to talk about, is, like, Pokemon Pokédex entries, like, what all the best ones are, some of the worst ones, some of the creepier ones. I like talking about that. I find it to be a fun topic. Also, another topic really quick. What's the best legendary Pokemon? Chad, I was talking about the shiny stuff. I'd like doing Dynamax Adventures. That's good. I've gotten quite a few good shinies out of it. Egg hunting's also really good. I think egg hunting's good because it doesn't take too much time. You feel really, really active. You feel like you have decent control over it and get some pretty good results out of it. It's a decent time. I don't know why I find encounters to be really boring, even though I've seen a lot of people who are like, oh, encounters are more active. It's like, I guess if you like the idea of, like, sitting around wasting, like, thousands of encounters more than you do hatching through hundreds of eggs, and maybe going into the thousands, more than likely you'd get your shiny quicker with eggs, but I don't find the idea of, like, slowly encountering Pokemon be better, in my opinion. And then you need 500 to get the max odd, then it's, like, all based on weird chancing, and yeah, I don't like that. Shiny hunting's neat. I've only done it in Let's Go in this game. I need to maybe try it in other games to see what it's like. I mean, I know there's also like some other stuff where, what was it? I'm thinking Gen 7 has something called like wormhole shiny hunting, I think, and I'm not sure if there's anything in Gen 6. I know there's like patches or whatever, and Gen 4, I think radar hunting or whatever, they don't have a shiny charm. That's stuff that's kind of neat to look into. Shiny hunting as a whole has always been fascinating to me. I think my first shiny was shiny Starly back in Gen 4. That was a hell of a moment to pick up a shiny Starly just all of a sudden. That was a great thing at the beginning of the games, bumping into a Starly, and it was a different color, and I saw the sparkle, and I didn't know what it was, but I looked it up, and I thought that was great, and I caught it, and I'm glad I did. Too bad I don't have it anymore, because I think I don't know what I did in my game, and now my Starly's gone, unfortunately. I did enjoy having that, though. I thought it was really great to have a shiny like that. I guess the only shiny everybody's equally had access to has been shiny Gyarados and Pokemon Gold and Silver. And I know they're technically doing a free shiny Celebi and Go right now, so if anybody wants that, they can get that too. I'm gonna check on the chat room, because I don't know why I'm not sure if it's working or not right now, though. I'll check a thing on my page too, though. Sorry if this ends up causing any lag on the stream. It's not my intent to, just... It might, because of the fact I'm opening up another tab here. I think it's okay. Just checking. Nearly at 30 encounters, not... Wait, did we not reach 29? I thought we did. I'm not gonna sweat. I'm just gonna count the next one then. Yeah, I typed the minus without thinking about it, but I don't care. Let's see, we're talking about legendaries. So what are the coolest legendaries, actually? Rayquaza's good, so is Giratina. Their designs are fucking awesome. I think we talked about, like, mythical Pokemon. I don't know about them too much. I've never really loved mythical Pokemon. They're neat, though. I'm not sure what my favorite is. Jirachi looks kind of neat. I need to count that. I didn't count that one. There we go. Jirachi's great. I like Sylveon. I don't know why. I like it. Those cutesy designs are great, in my opinion. Arceus is neat, but God, the like whole God thing they tried to apply to it is weird. Saying, oh yeah, this is a Pokemon in God form. Darkrai, I find him to be really cool. Great concept. Beyond there, I don't care much about all the Gen 5 stuff. I like Victini and I like Genesect, but I don't keep up with the mythicals from those games very well. How about Mayoletta and Keldeo? I don't care about them, and I kind of stopped paying attention in Gen 7 and 6. I don't know the mythicals in those games too well. As far as legendaries go, tough call, actually. Let's see. I don't know, actually. My favorite is kind of hard to label, because I mean, there's a lot of them. Maybe the Gen 2 legendaries. Gen 3 are good, too, though. I like the theming with, like, Gen 3, where they have, like, sky, earth, and water. That's something that's really, really good, honestly. That's something that I enjoy about Gen 3. Each Pokemon has its own domain, and you have these weird 3 Regis that are very, very different from the rest of the stuff, and your 2 roamer Pokemon, and honestly, it feels like it's just all set up really well. Jirachi and Deoxys don't feel out of place either. All the Gen 3 stuff works really well, in my opinion. Are we really going to be stuck sitting here trying to run and not actually being allowed to leave? Just, like, let me add the fucking battle, please. I don't want to sit here and mess around with this Regice more than necessary. Did I put my Gallade in the party? In case I need it? Yeah, okay, I did. Just checking. I wasn't sure. Wanted to be certain. Certainly helped me if I had it. Gen 2, Gen 3 are probably my favorites. Gen 4 is okay. Not my favorite in terms of legendaries. Gen 1 has alright legendaries as well. I do like the general vibe of most of these in Gen 8 as well, and I guess Gen 6 is okay by the virtue of only having 3, and they're pretty neatly designed. They're not my favorite. They're okay, though. Gen 7 has too many for me to really know what to comment. I don't know if I find any of them to be super cool. They're not bad, though. I just don't really feel anything toward any of the Gen 7 legendaries. Especially the Ultra Beasts, there's so many. allergies are acting awful. Sorry about that. Ugh. Got really distracted by nasty sneezing. Ugh. Ugh, fuck. Okay, give me just a second or two. That felt really nasty. Wish I could just stop the allergy problems. It's never fun putting up with allergies. They always end up making me feel miserable and sucking to deal with every day, so... yeah. Do not like having to deal with allergy problems one bit. They're the worst. Ugh. Are you really gonna do this right now where I can't run away from the battle? Just let me fucking leave on my own terms, game, instead of fucking holding me hostage by this Regice. Okay, there we go. Throat, ugh. Fuck. Give me a second or two. Just thinking on what all I want to talk about. See what all's going on that I can think of. It's really big. Anything important's happened. Nothing really has come to mind as like crazy or anything amazing. I know there's been like some holiday sales. I haven't paid attention to any of the holiday sale stuff that's going on. I know the Steam sale's probably going. I don't know if it's on right now or not though. Don't really buy much on Steam winter sales usually anymore. Same as the summer sale. I mean, this month I can't even if I wanted to. So, no point like thinking about it too much and getting upset or excited over any of it. Just might as well not even worry about it. Throat's still acting up a little bit. I apologize. Let me see what I want to talk about at the moment. See what all I've got on my mind. Anything that's good to talk about? Got a lot that I've got on my thing here I can talk about. I'll bring this up another time too, just to talk about it for a little bit. How do you guys feel about time zones? Do you guys get confused by them easy, or you not enjoy like dealing with them? I've got to say, that's one of the parts of life I never really loved. It comes in the same scenarios like dealing with like other like measuring systems. Not that it's a big deal, not that it really matters that much, but like dealing with like other time zones, trying to keep track of... I was gonna check the Pokédex entry here. I said, let me see. Every dragon Pokemon. I don't know. Maybe there's another Pokédex entry that I didn't read in another game, but I remember somebody claiming that Regidrago is supposed to be like an entire dragon, and that apparently the Pokédex was like supposed to allude that Regigigas couldn't make an entire dragon out of material, so it only made part of a dragon for it. I thought that was really, really neat. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's actually just a fan thing or what, because I don't see anything supporting that when I look at the Pokédex. Damn. I'm going to check on that. Oh well, whatever. Let's continue trying to shiny hunt then and not worry about that. Or was I was talking about time zones, I think. Every time I have to think about time zones, unless it's like a time zone that I can recognize easily, it's confusing. The entire world runs off of different time zones. It's not like it's that confusing, since it's like, yeah, everybody's got their own time they've got to focus on, but God, is it confusing when you see an event and you have to like convert your time zone over like another one to figure out what time it's going on at and you want to watch something. For the longest time when like Nintendo events, or really any event, like something big was going on the internet, it was always a pain like trying to convert everything. It's always like ET or PT. It's never directly available in CT, but I learned like what my time zone for those two was pretty easy. I think it's like, 2 hours ahead for PT. Let me see if I got this right when I check this really quickly. See what Google says when I look this up. Let's just see. CT to PT. It's either 2 hours ahead or 2 hours behind. 2 hours ahead. Yeah, it says it's 2 hours ahead of Pacific time. That's right, yeah. And you factor in, like, daylight saving time, it gets confusing. There's like a billion time zones to keep up with. It's all fucking gigantically a headache, and it's very annoying and confusing to keep up with. I've never enjoyed putting up with that aspect of, like, dealing with stuff online. Especially on E3, I think you have to, like, memorize a whole bunch of different time zones. E3's been fun to watch, but yeah, keeping up with, like, all the countdowns is irritating. ET I can remember because excuse me, I got my voice louder than I want to. ET is like easy because it's like, oh, it's just 1 hour ahead of CT, so you just take my time, or at least my scenario, excuse me. I take my time zone, add an hour to it. Okay, got the time in ET, so I know when it's going to be, and I can be ready for like an hour before what the presentation says it's going to be on, like, if it says to me at 9 o'clock, I know it'll be 8 o'clock my time, that kind of thing. It still gets confusing, though, especially when you start factoring in all this other stuff. It'd be great if we just had, like, a single united clock system, but I imagine that might confuse people and cause issues. Especially when you look into, like, Australia, and I don't remembering, like, what other area. Was it China? Maybe I'm misremembering. Some areas are, like, a day ahead of everybody else, and that is all by itself fucking confusing headache, and trying to look into that and trying to make heads or tails of some of that kind of info can be absolutely fucking confusing as fuck, and a little bit mind-bending and annoying, frankly, so yeah. I don't love putting up with, like, time conversion. It's not a fun thing to deal with. I haven't seen one of my, like, regulars around today. Not that it's a big deal. Seemed like I'm glad he dropped by, but, like, I hope everybody's enjoying their Christmas, because not really been a lot for me to do right now during my Christmas time. It's just been whatever. Nothing too interesting. Also, so much for the possibility of getting a quick shiny, because right now this is anything but a quick shiny. Sitting here wasting a lot of time trying to get my hands on a shiny and not getting any results. I think this particular hunt actually, we might be better off doing, like, potentially just having a soft reset and doing that over and over again, over sitting here trying to do fucking continual, like, encounters, see what happens here. I think I'm gonna do up until 50. I'm gonna do like this, and then I'm gonna heal myself and do soft resets and see which one's faster, but I think soft reset will work easier because damage output on these Regice things, it's annoying to put up with, and it's not only annoying to run away, but yeah, I think doing soft resets is going to save us time for this hunt. I'm probably going to do that for Regirock as well, just because I want to have a chance to have, like, a hunt where I can get my hands on Regirock and not have the normal Pokédex entry. I think that'd be cool to have a Pokédex entry there where I can have the shiny and not the regular one. Wouldn't really matter too much, but I think it'd be neat, that's all. Just like a small thing, that's all. Ugh, gosh. This hunt is going to be very, very draining. I'm saying draining if this ends up being anywhere near as long as the last one, though. I don't know how people can handle longer sessions, like fucking going for hours on end to like 10 to 12 hours per stream and sit there and shiny hunt. It's just too much energy for me. It's not bad. I mean, I can handle it. Sometimes I can do quite a lot and could probably handle a longer session, but it's not fun. It sucks sitting here doing this for even 2-3 hours sometimes, so yeah. Give me a second. Throat's acting up right now, too. Not helping any. Making me feel a little bit uncomfortable because of that. It's just, it feels nasty, that's all. Okay, get this lit up. There we go, cool. Let me see what all I want to talk about more. Actually, we can talk about measuring systems. I got distracted talking about time zones, and I want to talk about it more. Or I didn't talk about, like, measuring systems. This is like a general complaint about America in general, I guess. Why are we always the weird, like, country out of, like, everybody? We always do things the, like, obtuse and really strange way compared to the others. Never do anything normal. It's always like, oh yeah, we gotta be different, so set everything up in a weird way, like, I think metric is, like, very, very common and standard around most places. I know our spelling of it's different, but also I think we use, like, inches, foots, yards, that kind of thing is, like, our standard. Most other places use the metric system as their standard. I don't understand why we do that. Also, Ooh, like, on top of that, let's see, our naming for sports is always really fucking awkward, really, really strange. I don't understand how that works. Like, we name football rugby, and they called soccer, and what they call soccer is what they call football, while we call soccer, or just, I don't know, we call what they call football soccer, like we call football rugby, that kind of thing. Excuse me, I got my words mixed up. I probably repeated myself by accident. Like, sure, there's other examples. Like, we have weird naming conventions. I don't understand why, as a country, like, we decide to always do things in a really bizarre, different way. America confuses me. We have so many fucking naming choices that are just different for the sake of being different. Feels like we try to be completely different, not always for the best of reason. I don't mind if our country is weird sometimes, though. Let's see, is there anything else I want to mention about this? I thought I had more that I wanted to talk about, and I got a little bit sidetracked, and I'm not actually sure if there was. I mean, I don't know. I'll say, like I said earlier, time zones are a pain in the ass, though. It's very confusing trying to work around time zones. That stuff is always irritating. Certainly be happy if it wasn't so hard to fucking figure out how to, like, measure around time zones. Ugh. Okay, what is it, like 2 encounters from 50? Just checking. Straight to 50, I'm gonna heal, and then I'm gonna start trying soft resets so we can see how fast we'll get through this doing soft resets. And I'm only doing this with the Regice in front because Regice is actually... It's going to be easier to identify if it's shiny if I can see a head-to-head comparison, I think, so... Might as well make it easy on myself, rather than confusing. Hold on a second. Checking something really quick. I think we're good. One more encounter, then we go and heal, and then we set up and soft reset instead of doing this. I think to mark some time here, I'm going to look at some other stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about shows, actually, so I might do that in a second, because I do like keeping you guys up to date, talking about what I watching, what you guys are interested in, what you watch. See if there's anything fun. We can compare shows we watch. I feel like talking about shows I've been paying attention to is really fun. Really good talking point. Let's see, where's the thing I just mentioned? Time zones. There it is. Right, okay. Now that I've done that, I'm going to check my Pokédex again. I don't think I bumped into it. Pokédex usually logs like a shiny in it, so if it was to pop up, I would have noticed it either through that or something else, and yeah, there's nothing. I wonder why it's still stuck on Regidrago. I guess it's because it's like the last one I obtained in the Pokédex, which that's a little annoying. If I had known that, maybe I would have waited until after I had got... I would have got it like first and then got Regice in here after. Not that it matters, just I'd like it if it was going straight to the Dex entry that I want to look at, not something else. Okay, let's heal. And then we'll go back over there and we'll do the next 50, and then we're going to stop. I think soft resets is how to do this, though. Once that's done, then yeah, we can go for... Or getting... Well, I shouldn't say we'll get soft resets, and then we're done. We'll stop after the next 50. Hopefully the next few sessions this will be much quicker than Regidrago, but we'll see. Let's see. Right, we're talking about TV shows, I think. I've been watching Attack on Titan recently. I know it's an older show. Watching it at a bit of a slow pace. I've been hearing the plot gets confusing. It's a really, really good show, I've got to say. Maybe not the best show I've watched. I do enjoy it, though. I like what I saw of it, and, like, I remember watching it back in the past, and I gave up because I had, like, been waiting on Season 2 and didn't want to wait forever. Now they're, like, on the last season, and I'm returning wanting to see what all happens. I'm glad they're like, nearly finished with it, though. I'm surprised it's gone on for so long. What year did that show start in? Just out of, like, curiosity, if anybody knows. It's been some time since it got started. It's been, like, forever. Just curious. Like, what year was that? It's been... God, it's been a long time. It's not shiny, I'm pretty sure, but I'll wait and see. There's a sparkle. Yeah, there's nothing. Let's read and do this and then try again to see. So let's see what Google says about the show. Give me a moment. That's weird. The first result doesn't actually seem to... Oh wait, no, there's something. I think this is like maybe manga, but I'm not actually sure. Maybe it's for anime, but it says September 9th, 2009. That might be the manga. Let's see what the anime says. See if it's actually got a change here. Apparently it started on 2013, so it's been a manga for over 10 years, but it's been like an anime for roughly 7. Crazy they've been like going for that long, and I got a little sidetracked when I was starting. I should have been pushing the A button to keep myself moving. My fault, wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing. Not a big deal, just, yeah, should have been watching a little closer. That does not look shiny. Yeah, it's not shiny, is it? Okay. I'm gonna do something while I'm checking this, see what the shiny looks like in comparison, so I can, like, get an idea of what I should be looking for. I think I know what I need to. I can see the sprite, but I mean, see how it stands out really quick. See if it looks comparably different. Oh man, Attack on Titan is great though. I like the way they handle it. It's a weird thing to see. Like the different Titans they come up with, the different like theming, the humans versus this Titans thing is really really neat. I like how they handled it. Also, like the drama is there. It's very very interesting. It's like a pretty deep show. I enjoy like all the different things they do. That's one thing I like is like seeing all the unique like little things they set up in anime when they're doing like fantasy anime. See like exactly what all people put into their or like anime to make it unique. I enjoy that a lot. It's really really fascinating. Attack on Titan does that really well. That's another thing that'd be good to talk about, like good fantasy anime, good shows that do a good job of what they're trying. I want to see more of that. Also, I like finding out about the characters. So, yeah, I enjoyed seeing like all the different stuff that it's put into the show. Hang on a second. Am I crazy? I'm looking at the shiny on like what he's like footage, and I cannot tell it's shiny at all when I look at it. Did I miss one? I don't think I missed like the account. I might have though. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if I did or not. I'm just gonna reset anyway. Hang on a second. One more thing really quick. Checking on one particular thingy. I'll be done in a second. Okay, I can see we're head by head, like it's definitely noticeable, but when I look into like a video of this where somebody's like looking at them, you only see like the one. It is incredibly hard to notice that it's actually different and shiny. It does not look like something you'd notice unless you've been really paying attention. You see like a difference in it. I would not probably catch that on my first try looking at like this. I'm just seeing it because I can see like a head-to-head. I don't know. I don't know if I should do Runaway or Soft Reset. I'm worried if I don't do Runaway that it might be harder to tell. I'm going to just keep doing Soft Reset after this encounter, though. Just because I feel like having them face each other, I can maybe tell. I don't know. Oh shit, there's YouTube's telling me there's bitrate issues. Let me check on OBS and see what's going on. Is there anything wrong? I'm not seeing any dropped frames, though. That's bizarre. What? Let me look at this again if I didn't already close it. You can sort of see where it's looking shiny. It's darker blue. Still not something that's easy to tell, though. You have to, like, look at the shading of the Pokemon. I feel like it should be better, though, that you shouldn't have to, like, very careful you check your Regice or any Pokemon just to verify that you're not missing a shiny. That's something I find to be annoying, in my opinion. Here's another question, since I mentioned Attack on Titan. I've been enjoying it. What's your guys' favorite, like, fantasy shows or fantasy anime, those kind of things? Those are fun to talk about. Stuff I enjoy. Frankly, I don't know my favorite, like, out of all the stuff I've seen. I do like when shows are really good with their setting and give you, like, a lot of things to think about, like the Titan types and Attack on Titan. Apparently Berserk is really good. I hear Berserk is also a show where there's a lot of, like, seeing a lot of, like, delays, and the chapters don't come out very quickly. They go on hiatus a lot, or even, I think anime episodes might be the same way for the show, I'm not sure, but, like, apparently Berserk is really slow. I've never watched it, so I don't have the knowledge of how the show plays out, and yeah, can't say that I understand how any fans of the series have felt about it, so I wish I could understand that pain. I've dealt with, like, waiting on shows, and it's not fun, but never really dealt with, like, a huge amount of hiatus on shows I wanted to. The only show I can think of where that's been a problem is really D. Gray Man. I think I brought it up on the stream before. It's really good. It's a pretty weird show. It's pretty neat, though. I like the, like, show itself. I find it to be fascinating and a decently worthwhile point to talk about. Setting's good. The whole Akuma thing is really, really a neat, like, plot point they do. I just think the show is very good. It's hard to describe everything I love about it. Maybe one day I can, like, get into, like, very, very in-depth discussion about it. Also, D. Gray, I just said D. Gray, I was going to say like, Full Metal Alchemist is also good. I haven't watched that show in forever. I think I watched, well, actually I say that, but I watched both of them. I don't want to watch them again. Like, the original was okay, not my favorite. I liked Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood a little more, and that was, like, based on the manga. That was better, in my opinion. It's really weird to see when, like, an anime, like, goes and follows a manga, but it follows it really loosely and takes some story path, basically. So what happened, like, the original Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood was, like, the one that was closer to the original than the, like, first anime was. Having some lag issues according to the stream, which I don't know why. I've been having some slight problems with my internet, too, before, so I'm not surprised that it's claiming there's issues with the bitrate. I don't know why, though. Okay, according to the thing, it says it's good, though. I don't understand that. Like, is it good or is it bad? Tell me one or the other. Don't tell me that it's bad and then suddenly flip to good without any warning. It's like, why am I getting this issue? There's nothing wrong. According to my stuff, it's fine, though. I don't know. Weird. Yeah, it's not shiny. Just checking. We're going to be sitting here a while trying to get this Regice, aren't we? I bet we're going to have to deal with this for at least, like, until the new year. If I get it before 2021, that'd be fantastic. I bet it's not going to be that simple, though. Shiny hunts never are. They're always really lame. I think this might be a bit slower than doing the runaways. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't feel like I'm getting the same speed from sitting here resetting my game, though. I feel like I'm wasting more time. What the hell? Now it's bothering me about bitrate again. It's not low, and I don't think it's set to 500 or whatever. I don't know why YouTube is the only thing I see causing these issues. This is the same again. Where was I? I got distracted by fucking bitrate problems. Let's see, what other shows are there that are a good example of this? I know Like I mentioned, Full Metal Alchemist and what can I think? Oh yeah, Soul Eater was good. That was something I enjoyed, and that had a very, very different feel than the manga. It was, and apparently, like the ending was unique. It's weird to see anime only endings for anime instead of them following the manga. I don't read manga enough, so I don't really get to see some of this like specific different stuff that happens in some of these shows. It's still neat though to see like differences in manga and anime, see what they do with them. I think the only manga I've kind of got into is reading on like a little bit of the JoJo manga, and I also sometimes read like a little bit of One Piece, but not very often. So I mentioned I watched Attack on Titan. I've been watching more of it. It's been alright. I'm still in the first season. I haven't had like a lot that I want to talk about in it. I hear the story gets good. I'll let you guys know how I'm feeling about it as I watch more of it. Let's see. I mentioned that. Also, I've been watching another new show that I almost forgot about. I think it's called Jujutsu Kaisen, something like that. I don't know if I got the name right. It's a really, really odd show. Not something I can say would be for everybody. I don't know if I counted that shit. I'm going to pay more attention to what I'm doing. I shouldn't have trouble while I'm doing soft resets paying attention whether or not they've hit the counter and try to pay attention to the next one. But yeah, that one's been pretty good. A lot of action. One of those shows that really powerful protagonist reminds me of how Inuyasha was. I like the whole thing about the demons in it. It's really something that's neat. I found that to be good. I don't know why. I don't know why I like that. I mean, I'm not really big on that kind of stuff. I didn't really enjoy Naruto a lot, but I enjoyed like watching it as long as I did before I stopped watching it. Is there like an actual issue with the stream right now, or is it just my thing like bothering me for no reason? Give me a second. I'm gonna check see if there's anything open that shouldn't be on my computer that might be lagging stream. I can't think of any problem that might be present other than like the fact that I saw I had internet issues. Let me speed test really quick. It's the same, isn't it? That doesn't look shiny to me when I look at it, but yeah, it's got to be the same. They look like they're the same looking at them head on. I wasn't certain. I'm gonna double check, but I don't think I bumped into a shiny. I think I got an encounter, didn't pay attention with like another one that was not shiny though. I'm being way too indecisive here. Yeah, okay. Checking. I'm bad about remembering to count shit. I'm always make mistakes, and I'm doing this because I don't pay enough attention to what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know what's lagging the stream. Let me do a speed test, see what happens. This is the worst part of streaming. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't like putting up with, like, fucking lag issues on stream. It's always irritating. It'd be so much easier if I didn't have to fucking deal with problems with my upload or my internet. And of course, I'm looking at my internet speed right now. I see I've only got like 40 download because of some issue with my ISP. That's fucking great. Yeah, don't give me my proper speed. I can see my upload seems okay, but I don't know if it's actually at the speed it's supposed to be right now. It looks like it's a little bit slowed. I'm going to like complain about this to my ISP once I get like some more money on hand to like make sure I don't have any issues. I don't want to fucking pay extra to have it fixed, but just in case something happens, the whole ISP situation. I apologize deeply if there's lag on the stream. As long as it isn't like constantly bothering anybody, then I'm not gonna worry about it. But it is making me subconscious of the fact that it's still claiming there's like lag issues, and I'm not okay with that. That's bothering me a ton. I'm not going to sit here and ignore it. I think I'm faster doing like runaway encounters. I'm gonna just use runaways for the moment. I might try doing soft resets again a little bit later, but I'm gonna try and get at least to 100 via doing the runaways. I don't think I'm benefiting myself sitting here doing constant soft resets. I feel like I'm wasting more time. Maybe I'm wrong. It just feels like it's taking forever to do that. Whereas if I run over here, it's over relatively quickly, and I don't have to sit here and wait, and then I can just bump up the counter like that. So that Jujutsu Kaisen show is pretty good. Reminds me of Bleach. I don't know if anybody's watched that back in the day. That was a fun show to watch. Very good older anime. I want to watch that some more. We're talking about like demons and like animes with demons in them. I must forgot. I'd need to watch it, but apparently there's like a sequel show to Inuyasha that came out this year, and I watched that back in the day. Inuyasha was something I found to be really good. I don't know much about the Inuyasha successor, but I want to check it out and see if it's any fun to watch or not. There's been a lot of like older revivals of like old shows recently. I mean, I say that, I can't think of like a whole bunch, but I can think of like a few. For starters, when I think about this, I can remember Naruto got a sequel, which I don't know if that was a good thing. When I say Naruto, I mean Naruto Shippuden got a sequel, not the original. Obviously, Naruto Shippuden was the first sequel, even though it was more of the same. They made that Boruto thing. From there, I can think of Dragon Ball Super. Let's see. I just mentioned how Inuyasha got a sequel. What else is there that I was going to mention, if anything? I don't remember, like, a whole bunch of those. I mean, not been a need for one for One Piece, because One Piece has been running forever. Hi there. Welcome to the stream. Counters did it take before I got my shiny Regidrago? I got it at let's see, I think it's 2,447. That's an estimate, because I think I might have missed some encounters in between. Welcome to the stream, though. Yeah, I got my Regidrago, like, last stream I did. It was hype. I'm glad it's over with. It took a while. I mean, I kind of only did it first to get it out of the way because it was on another profile, and no matter what I did, it'd be wasting away time trying to get it, so might as well get it before I have to dedicate myself to the other 4 on this profile. I'm hoping this will be quicker. I bet it's not going to be if we haven't even got it yet. I mean, who knows? We're not that far in, but I'm not expecting it to be an easy one. Honestly, this is the Reggie shiny hunt that scares me the most out of like all 6 of these. I mean, Regidrago wasn't exactly an easy one to put up with, but this shiny, maybe I'm just looking at this wrong. I cannot tell that it's like a different color when I look at it on like people's streams very easy. I have to sit and stare at the two of the colors and like actually compare them for a good minute or two, and then if you really look, you can tell it's shiny. I'm worried that I'm not going to notice the shiny when it pops up. I'm worried I'm going to shiny fail on Regice. Compared to literally any of the other 5, Regice has that bad shiny in my opinion. I just don't think it's noticeable enough. The other 5 are simple enough, even if I don't say they're perfect. I think my favorite is Regigigas. I'm looking forward to doing that shiny hunt. I mean, that's a question I haven't asked anybody yet. I don't know if anybody knows the answer, actually. Is Regigigas, like, the same as the others in terms of shiny hunting, or does anybody know yet? Does it happen to function in, like, a way where you can use shiny charm on it, or does Regigigas actually function as, like, a full odds shiny hunt? I'm not actually sure if Regigigas is supposed to be affected by the shiny charm. I'm still in the group of people who believe that shiny charm works on the, like, main 5, and that you just don't exactly always have a guarantee of good luck trying to get your shiny, since, I don't know, maybe I'll be proven wrong, it'll take longer on the others, but 2,000 is not, like, highly over odds. It doesn't happen to be guaranteed you'll get it, like, within odds, so I think as long as it's not too high up, then yeah, shiny charm's doing its job. I'm just hopeful I can get them all quickly. Also, before anybody asks me, which I don't think anybody's going to, but just an off chance, like, I am not going after the, what are they called? Doesn't say Roamers, isn't the right name. Now I remember the Swords of Justice in this game. I genuinely sat down and thought about it. After how long Regidrago took, and after how long this whole set of 6 is likely to take, I don't have the courage in me to go after trying to get a shiny, like, Cobalt and Virizion and and like, what's his name, Terrakion, those guys, I don't think I have the courage to sit through all 3 of those in addition to getting the main 6 of these guys. It seems like it would take forever. See, my shrews didn't get... Use a shiny charm? That's good to know, actually. I think, I might be wrong about this, but I think the max raids in the main game, when you do them, not the Dynamax Adventures, are unaffected by charm. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I think all the normal max raids are not affected by it, so I was uncertain if Regice followed, like, normal max raid rules or what. I didn't think it was following the same rules as how the Dynamax Adventures followed, because I'm pretty sure I've looked at people's stuff where they've shown that they had, like, many attempts at it, and they'd only got their hands on one after, like, several thousand attempts, so I figured it was a fairly different shiny hunting method than how that worked. I know that you can see the shiny when you encounter it, though. That's good to know about that, too. I'm glad you can just, like, go in, check it, and then reset your game. That saves a lot of time, actually. Kind of wish you could do it like this, though. It's going to be a little slow doing, like, nothing but pure soft resetting. Hey Wayne, welcome back. Good to see you. You didn't miss out on anything important. We've just been starting this shiny hunt slowly, getting on a bunch of encounters with Regice. There's not been anything interesting happening yet. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be amazing even when it does pop up because the shiny is hard to spot, so this might be the most underwhelming reaction ever when it happens. I'll be glad when it's done, though. Good to see. Got done talking about a few things, talked about some stuff like anime stuff for a little bit. By the way, out of curiosity, you watch anime any, or do you not really watch anime ever? Just curious to hear your opinion on that. If anybody's watching, you can comment on that too. I talked about it earlier. I wanted to hear some opinions on it. It doesn't matter to me though. Just wanted to find out what people thought about that. Let me see. Update was a nightmare. Didn't move and crashed. What a bloody mess. Yeah. I know what that's like. That's something I never enjoy. I don't think I've had too many issues like crashing during updates, particularly, which that sounds like a headache. I think I've had it happen a few times, but like I've mostly had clean updates. But when it comes to crashing, crashing on computers or really any device is completely awful, and usually just ends up being a pain in the ass to work around. It is not fun dealing with crashing on stuff. I hate dealing with crashing so much. Usually it's just entirely too frustrating. Oh, actually, speaking of crashing, before I talk about, like, computer crashes I've dealt with, which isn't too big of a deal to me right now, like, I will say, like, you guys remember, like, some of the Switch crashes on games that happened? I know Gungeon had problems like that. A lot of third-party games do. It's irritating because you go back in, you can't fix it, and you have to stop playing. That's frustrating. But do you guys remember, like, Smash when Joker came out? That was a fucking mess of an update. I remember that day, like, I don't remember what day Joker released on, but I remember the update so well. Everybody was trying to play the game. The game wouldn't update correctly, and, like, a select few people were able to update their game and actually get into Smash Bros. Oh my god. That was a fucking mess. Everybody was scrambling to get into the game. Everybody was locked out of the update. I think it took until, like, late in the night where they actually fucking fixed the update in the servers where it would actually work correctly and people could actually get into the game. That was one of the sloppiest updates I've ever seen on, like, a video game or anything. Just a lack of quality control and not really any good, like, fix to make things, like, work out. It just felt like Joker update was fucking completely busted. Throat was acting up. Ugh, excuse me. Anime, American anime or Asian animation? I mean, when I talk about anime, I'm mostly referring to, like, anime, like, stuff that Japan makes, like, very stereotypical anime that pop up, like, every season. You see, like, a new show that runs for, like, 12 or 24 episodes. In some cases, you see, like, bigger shows that run for a longer period of time, and they produce, like, a bunch of episodes, but mostly, like, stuff Japan does. When I say that, I mean, technically, there are some American studios and like other places that do like actual anime, not like cartoons. I mean, but like where they make an anime and they have it styled in like the same way as a Japanese one does, and they also actually put the show in Japanese, which is really weird. But like, yeah, I know some places do that. Like in other countries, they'll like, depending on the studio, they'll make like a show that is styled like it's a Japanese anime. I've been watching like quite a bit of it recently. I mean, I need to watch other shows too. I just don't have like a lot that I've been focused on. I've been watching a whole bunch of stuff. I mentioned it earlier. I probably went through more anime this year than I have like any other year actually. Like checking out new stuff. I think one of my shows I've been watching actually finished like either today or it's finishing tomorrow. I'm going to check up on that and see how the ending is, see if it's any good. I need to get Disney Plus. How is the pricing on Disney Plus? I've thought about like subscribing to it, but I haven't got like any subscription service and like any streaming service on like any of my stuff, so I've been not sure what to buy if I got a subscription for anything. Disney Plus is one of the ones I've been considering. Is it like $30 a month or what? I don't remember what the pricing is. I think the only subscription service I have, and it's because I forgot to like cancel it, was I had like Funimation on my computer, and I haven't canceled it because it's only like a $5 fee, so I usually just keep it and just use it to watch shows easier on there so I can find stuff that I have some interest in. That's something I don't mind too much. I can find good anime when I look on there sometimes. I watch like One Piece when I'm bored. Speaking of which, I haven't seen like One Piece and like another set of One Piece episodes released in a while. They released like their bit of season 11, but I haven't really been like watching any of it recently. I haven't seen the season 11 stuff go up. The scam? Oh, you're not egg roll box. You mean, or you're talking Crunchyroll or something else? I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. Egg roll box. I've never heard of that. You mean Crunchyroll? I can understand what you're talking about though, because Crunchyroll, I don't see the point. I know people talk about, oh, piracy bad, but it's like, does anybody really give a shit when it comes to anime? I'm not saying I'm okay with like different. I'm sure I'm not okay with piracy, but I mean like everybody I know of that I talk to online pretty much fucking pirates anime or watches it online. Nobody pays to watch subbed anime that I know of, really. It's like nobody will complain about it. It's like I don't know what that's about. Like, I've never seen anybody who actually uses Crunchyroll. I don't think Crunchyroll is bad. I'm not going to say that I hate it, but I've never heard of anybody who really cares about the service too much, and just watching to get a bunch of like subbed anime, I don't know if that's really worth it. It's not really a big deal. Apparently, I've heard recently, like, the Funimation actually did, like, bother to buy out Crunchyroll recently. I guess it makes sense. They're trying to have a monopoly on the anime market. Throat's acting up still. Sorry about that. Ugh. Let me see. They get free and cheap and legal. Mostly free. I know that Crunchyroll releases, like, their shows, like, on a weekly basis or whatever. I think that they keep you one episode behind if you watch on Crunchyroll, so I guess that's one way, but yeah, there's like a bunch of sites that show like anime on it. I don't know if there's any of the sites I use are technically considered legal, but I also don't think anybody's gonna get upset about somebody going to like a site like the whole Kiss anime thing and watching shows on there. I've never really heard anybody complain about that. Like, they host like a plethora of their anime on there. And yeah, I know about the main site getting taken down, but there's been other people who've made like branch versions of that site or other anime sites you can look up. And if anybody gets upset about me talking about that, it's like, well, there's like a billion different sites that are out here hosting episodes of shows and like pirating them for other people to watch. It's like, if you're really going to try and wage a war on this market, then you're going to have a lot of goddamn shows that I've seen a lot of shows that have seen a lot of like different websites to take down, and I guarantee you there'll be more sites that keep hosting more or like different anime out there, so trying to take them all down is never going to work. Getting dinner soon? yeah, I'm probably going to be stopping fairly soon. It wasn't intended to be a long stream. Surprised we've gone on as long as we have. I was going to get 100 encounters and trying to figure out what's better between soft resets and runaways for these shiny hunts, and I think I'm just going to stick to the runaways, and I wasted time doing soft resets. I think I'm going to stick to my thing here. Hope the shiny hunt ends faster than the last one I've done. Not been a very fun shiny hunt. Not been bad, though. Just not anything great. So, since we talked about this for a second, and they were talking about, like, different subscription services, and you brought this up, like, let me see this really quick. Yeah, what is Egg Roll Box? I've never heard of that. That sounds interesting, though. I've never heard that site before until now. Like, it sounds like something neat. Something different. I mean, if it's a scam, then yeah, I'm not going to want to use it. You're the first person who's brought that up, though, so you've kind of piqued my interest a little bit in what that is. You want to explain? Doesn't matter too much. If not, I can probably look it up on Google and try to find a few answers on what it is later. I don't really care. I don't know why that name reminds me of something else. It reminds me of like Redbox, actually. Speaking of which, we have surprisingly decent like options for rental stuff around our area. I don't think many places have like any rental anymore. I think rental services went out of business a long time ago, with like the exception of Redbox, which I know is still fairly common because I've seen Redboxes around like a few different locations where you can use them around our area, and you just like rent a movie for like a day or two for like $1. Also, we have like that local place that I've mentioned on my stream. It's called like Family Video. I think that's a chain place where you can rent movies and games, and I go down there every now and then. Not very often, but I mean, I know that's a place that's around me. We used to have like several of them. I know they were really big back in the day. Like we had Blockbusters before Blockbusters went out of business. I know nowadays Blockbuster is pretty much dead, and I think they have like a Mexican branch or something where they're still active, and that's it. Like they took down all of their chains, basically. Is Hastings still a thing? I know Hastings used to be big, and I know it was in our area. Like, I don't know if anybody still has Hastings around, if it's still, like, a very big chain, or if they died off in the same way that Blockbusters did. I'm surprised the local, like, place for video rentals is still around here, just because of the fact that you'd think of, like, all the others being out of business, that they'd probably follow in the same trail and close up, not wanting to keep throwing out rentals, but I guess with no other competition, they can do quite a bit of business. Let me see. That's Dynamax Video and Family Entertainment? That's interesting. I've never heard of Dynamax Video or Family Entertainment. When I think of Dynamax, I think it reminds me of like one of those, like, movie theater things, or like one of those places that, like, yeah, movie theaters, because they show all the movies. Like, it doesn't make me think of a rental place, but I'm not sure if I'm mixing Cinemax up with another, like, big name movie thing entirely. Might be misremembering the names. Some of them have some really similar sounding names. I think, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm getting it right. I think Cinemax might be the one that has, like, the big monopoly over movies, and they own, like, a lot of the different movie chains, like, the whole places that show movies. I think Cinemax might own like a bunch of movie theaters. Not sure if I'm misremembering that. I've never heard of those two though. They sound interesting. Am I streaming around the holiday? For right now, my plan is to do a stream tomorrow, which I think will be fine and probably feasible to handle streaming tomorrow and get a little bit of shiny hunting done. See if I can maybe pull off a shiny Regice or not. And then on... see, what day is it today? Today's Wednesday, right? And Friday's like Christmas Day. Just checking. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Friday is Christmas, so I might stream on Friday. I have some stuff I have to do. I need to do laundry. I don't know if our laundromat's working. I tried yesterday and some of the machines weren't starting up, so I ended up not doing it in there, and I'm probably going to have to get some help from my parents around it. They thankfully calmed down, and I've been able to actually talk to them since the last time I spoke with them, so things have been a little better regarding how that's going. I'm glad, because I could not have a normal conversation with them before, and I'm glad things are working out now. Now that that's happened, like, yeah. I'm going down there, and I'm hoping they'll let me leave my clothes there while I come back and do a stream, and then I can get them, like, either the next day or the day after or something, and I can worry about dealing with my other stuff later. I'd like to stream a little bit on the 25th. I'm not going to do a long stream if I do. I'd like to stream for just the tiniest bit so that I can try to get a shiny. I'll do like 100 encounters of Regice at most, and then I'll stop. That's the plot for how I want to handle doing my shiny hunt on Regice when it comes to like the 25th if I do. Then after that, we'll go back into full force shiny hunting for a long time and try to get like plenty of encounters down. So I'll be trying to stream on the 25th. It's either going to be I don't stream on the 25th and I stream on the 26th, or I stream on and like the 20. As I don't stream, yeah, it's either she's blend words. I can't get this right. So, stream on the 25th and not on the 26th, or I'll stream on the 26th and then we'll just have the 25th not be a stream day. Probably it's going to be one of those where I skip out on a day, probably regardless, to give myself a little bit of a slight break for Christmas time. And then after that, we'll be back into streaming for a while. My hope is I can get the shiny before I end up getting... Or she might before, but hopefully I can get my shiny before New Year's is around the corner. So if I can get a shiny Regice before New Year's, that'd be great. But I'm not expecting it to happen, frankly. It'd be good, though. Okay, did we heal this time? Yeah, we did. Okay. I don't think I've got a shiny right now. I'm pretty sure we're still a ways off, but just to double check. Yeah, there's no shiny yet, so... Okay, that's pretty much all we need to know. I'm going to get back in the temple in the game, and we'll save the game. Also, yeah, it sucks he got injured, especially right before Christmas, and the person was not even kind enough to stop and call a hospital or anything. It's like... sometimes people really fucking suck. Society out there can be really goddamn lame. Hope your Christmas gets better, and hope things aren't so bad through the rest of the year, though. Like, that's gotta be an awful way to start Christmas time. Ugh. I'll be having, like, some Christmas supper with my parents. I hope that'll be good. I mean, I'd hope things won't be awkward this time like they were last time. Oh, man. Looking forward to eating dinner, though. Hopefully it'll be good. Usually, like, getting together to eat, like, Thanksgiving or Christmas time food can be really good, so, yeah. Hopefully that'll be something to look forward to. Also, when it comes time for the 25th, we can talk about what all stuff we got. That'll be fun. Alright, there's our stopping point for tonight. I'm not going to do any longer. I don't feel like I'm in the mood to. I'm a little bit tired for some reason, so I want to stop anyway. And I hope you guys have a great day or night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream. As long as my internet doesn't mess up on me, that is. But anyway, yeah, like I said, have a great day or night. Thank you guys so much for coming by to watch, and I'll see you guys with some more shiny hunting for Regice tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Peace.